Hi, friends. Hi, hi. Oh, that didn't work at all. I wait this whole time. I started a little bit later because I was like, I have been quickly editing my transition because people keep complaining that my transition is too loud. I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot to edit my transition. So I did it literally right now so that it wouldn't destroy your eardrums, especially when today is supposed to be a quieter stream. And it just didn't work at all. It didn't work. What happened? What happened? All the settings are there. Hold on, let me try. We're gonna try one more time, okay? We have this. I switched it to my old one. You think 3 minutes have passed? Yeah, sorry. I wanted to make sure I didn't destroy you guys' ears because I know people have not been happy with my transition as of late, and I didn't wanna I didn't want to destroy your eardrums. Wow, 10? 10 stream streak? That's a lot. Also, hello to my YouTube friend, the Growth Mans, and James. How are you, friends? Hi. Welcome to Yip Yap Mornings, where we yip yap in the morning. I know, I'm so creative with how I choose to name stuff. I know. Yip Yap Mornings. We're gonna yip, and we're gonna yap in the mornings. Martin Vendago, hi, Bunny, hi, Cat Smart. How are you? Let me say hi to everybody who's here, all right? Because I am on Twitch and I am on YouTube too. So let me say hi to everybody, okay? Hi, James. Hi, Growthmans. Hi, Nightfall. Hi, Dozy Does Gaming. Hi, Jello. Hi, Viv. Hi, Carly. Hi, Adam. Hi, Jova. Is that everybody? Also, welcome to the Puppy Parade, Madeline. Hi. Welcome to the Puppy Parade, Madeline. Oh, and Doggo. Hi, Doggo. Hi, Cat Smart. Hi, Barney. And hi, Matt. And hi, Madeline. How are you? Good, Jen, I'm not more, but it's not morning on my end. Oh, is it nighttime for you? Is it super late? I know we got time zone differences, so even if I sorry, I did a big stretch. Even if I had stream like in the morning, it won't always be morning, you know. I said morning. Welcome to the Puppy Parade, Hunterborn. Boy, I almost called you Hunterborn. Like Dragonborn, but like Hunter edition. Yeah. So I decided to call these streams Yip Yap Mornings. And what was the name I came after? Oh yeah, for my nighttime just chatting streams, right? Because I like to have these cozy talks sometimes. I decided to name them Barking After Hours, or there's Barking After Hours, and then there was the other name. Oh, what was the other name? I didn't write it down. Oh no, I didn't write it down. It was yapping. It was yapping after bark. That's what it was. I made 2 days. I had made Barking After Hours and Yapping After Bark. Let me write that down so I don't forget. Yapping After Bark. Which one do y'all like better? Barking After Hours or Yapping After Bark? Those are my nighttime stream. You found me from my YouTube? Hello, Hunter Boy. I stream on both YouTube and Twitch these days. Although my YouTube's... we getting there. My YouTube's struggling a little bit. Thanks for the gifted subby. Thank you, Carly. Thanks. Good. I hope you're having a good morning. You like yapping after bark? Yapping after bark. Okay, everyone seems to like yapping after bark. I think it's cute. I like it. Thanks for the other gifted. Oh my gosh. That's a lot of gifted subs. Thank you, friends. You're so sweet. Sorry, I didn't mean to scream at you. I didn't mean to scream at you at all. Yapping after bark sounds more in line with yip yap more. You think so? Okay. I like after bark. Everyone likes after bark. Okay, I got you. Yapping after bark will be what we do. I love barking after. Okay, we got 1 for barking after hours, but we got like 5 for yapping after bark. After bark. Hype train! Hype! Man, I haven't seen a hype train in like 3 years maybe. Oh, hi, Bobby Hunter. How are you? I really appreciate it. Thanks. I'll try my best to brighten your days up. How's that sound? Thanks for the subbies. I'll try my best to make you smile. Yapping after bark. Okay, we all like yapping after bark. Okay, we like that. Probably next month. Okay, Nightfall. Okay. My Twitch money that I earned this month actually went straight towards funding a manager. I have a manager for a month now, and she's really cool. I really like my manager. I've only had her for like 5 days so far, but she's like really helpful. Like she is, like she's helped me like pivot in certain ways, I guess you could say. I'm pivoting towards doing more ASMR, so expect that soon on my YouTube's more ASMR. That's why I have an ASMR on my YouTube premiering now, like tomorrow I think it is. That's the day I set it for. And so yeah, we like ASMR. Well, at least I like ASMR. I don't know if you guys do. So I need to change something real quick. Boop, single setting. There we go. Easy. Guess what? What? Chicken butt? I'm sorry. Guess why? Chicken die. Oh, thank you for the raid, Bunny. How are you? Also, hi, Blissy Panda. Is it first time joining? Oh, I'm glad to see you here, dude. Get raided? Yeah! Get raided. Oh, man, I love getting raided. Let me do the shout out. Thank you. What did you do? You're doing a test stream. Oh. What were you testing? Did it go well? I still haven't figured out YouTube yet. I keep scheduling like these streams for YouTube. But then when I go live, it doesn't go into the scheduled stream. It makes a separate instance. So I'm like, people could be sitting in like the scheduled waiting room, but when I go live, it's a different video. So like I had to go over to the waiting room today and be like, hey guys, I actually am live. It just didn't like it, so I'm here. It was really weird. I guess you could. It was really weird. I don't know why it does that. It'll even like change like the stream title and change like the stream. It'll change the stream title and like the stream like description and even the thumbnail when it's time for me to go live to match the scheduled stream. And then I go live and it makes a separate instance. I don't like that. It's gonna be confusing to people. So should I stop scheduling stream? But then people won't be able to see it anymore. What about my redeem? Oh, Jova, you're such a good boy. Sorry, I've been missing it. Let me move my little Twitch activity box feed over so I can see it. That's why it is too far over. And I got these gigantic curved monitors. I got these gigantic curved monitors. You're starting soon streams? Oh, that's good. It's good to do these test streams. I know people who don't do test streams and then they go live for the first time and everything that can go wrong, it does go wrong, and it's like, oh, well, you should have did a test stream first. You can test by like starting a recording in OBS instead of like going live. That won't test like if your Wi-Fi is like capable or not. So I always recommend having a a channel for that. When I first started, I had a separate channel for test streams. Actually, I didn't want to test stream on my main channel. These days, I test stream on my main channel because for some reason people like to stick around when I'm trying to figure things out, and I don't know why. Like I'll just be minding my own business, hanging out. Like I can't figure this out, and everybody and their mom will be over here like, ooh, okay. You can't figure it out? Well, I'm here to watch you figure it out because that's fun for me. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand why anybody does anything. I don't even understand why people click on my channel. We don't understand, but that's okay. I don't have to understand. Can I ask you a Marvel question? Oh, I don't know much about Marvel, but you can ask. You can. It might have to be like a general question. I know about Spidey-Man. I like Spidey-Man. He's pretty cool, but that's it. I know who the people are. Does the multiverse? Oh, when only one. I don't know. I watched the Spider-Man movie. I watched Spider-Man: Homecoming. And I saw the really old Spider-Mans from like years ago, like the super old Spider-Mans. I think that's the only thing I know about Marvel is who Spider-Man is. I watched the Fantastic Four when I was a wee lad. The ones from 2000. I watched all the Spider-Mans. I watched the early ones, the early like 2000s Spider-Mans, which I watched a long time ago. I don't remember too much about it. And then I watched Spider-Man: Homecoming. You know, the new Tom Holland Spider-Man, but I haven't watched his other, the ones that came after Homecoming. I think there's like 2 more. With Green Goblin, yeah. Except it was so long ago. I watched it when I was a kid. Sorry, I yawned. It's morning time. Morning times are EP times. Oh yeah, I watched it a million years ago when I was a wee lad. I was just a tiny little lad, navigating the world as a tiny little lad. Okay, hold on. I'm moving stuff around right now. Okay. This movie's like 25 years old. Dang, that's crazy. They're super old. Not me, though. I'm not old. As an anime girl, I'm forever 18. I'm just kidding. I'm in my mid-20s. I like to make that joke, though. Because that's how like the bigger like VTubers are. They're like, my character age is 18. And even if we celebrate our birthdays, my character age is still 18. Toy Story is... I don't like Toy Story. I don't like... Oh. Oh, I just remember I started editing my model and I forgot something. I started editing my model and then forgot to finish editing my model. There's a really awkward tracking thing that's happening here. Let's just hit the delete on this tracking. There we go. That... I had started to edit my model's tracking with the like when my eyes go wide, the irises in my eyeballs like shrink and get smaller. But I only was testing out with one eye. So when I did like this, when I opened my eyes all the way up, the pupil got smaller, but only in one eye. How creepy! Hi, Lake, how are you? My goal is not to creep anybody out. Yes, I'm a certified comfy doggo. That's why we have ocean sounds today. Yeah. That's why my tail's going crazy. Yeah, it moves when my tail when I'm smiling. Sorry, I can't speak. Like this. It goes crazy because I go crazy, and me and my tail are one and the same. One and the same. I return. Bienvenido, Jellyman. Jellyman, helicopter. No. My tail goes far. It takes me far and wide. Across. I can spin it so fast I can fly. I'm practically Tails. Tails the... What is Tails? What is Tails? Tails is a fox. I'm stupid. Wait, no. I don't want to be Tails, actually. Or else Jova is going to be right in thinking I'm a fox. We can't have that. Two-tailed fox. Yeah. Two-tailed fox. Hi, Will Blossom. What childhood series would you say is your favorite? Ooh, childhood series. I don't know. Childhood series, that's really hard. I mean, I'm in my mid-20s, so like, I wasn't a kid that long ago. When I think of childhood series, I only think of more recent shows, like when I was in high school, as opposed to like years ago. Because I guess when I was like a smaller kid, I didn't really pay much attention. I guess like if I said like elementary school, like middle school age, my favorite childhood like series probably would have been The Fairly Odd Parents. Like it was a very long-lasting show. Too long-lasting if you ask me. It was a very long-lasting show. It had a lot of like fun moments in it. I would say the Fairly Odd Parents when I was a kid, and then when I got older and I was in like high school, Steven Universe. Steven Universe is it right there. Being in mid-20s, I'm not that old. I'm not that old. I promise. I actually like being in my 20s. Like, I know they're like never grow up because being an adult is hard. Never grow up, but like I, but like I like being an adult right now. I'm I'm living in a house with the mans. I'm a mans. I'm living in a house with my mans, and I have a lot of expendable money because I lived with my parents for like 3 years and I set aside 70% of each paycheck in my savings for 3 years straight since I was living with my parents. So I have like a lot of expendable money and I have a house and I'm a man. Like people be like, never grow up. You don't want to grow up. Being an adult is hard, and while working a job is hard, being a student was also hard. So like I wouldn't go back in time. I like my timeline right now, right here, and I get to be a cool VTuber. Come on now, VTubers didn't exist when I was a kiddo. They did it. I like being in my 20s. Yeah, I also liked college too. I liked like between the ages of like I want to say like 20, maybe like 19, and like now my current age. I feel like are my best years. I don't know. People always like, don't grow up. You don't want to grow up. Growing up is hard and you're gonna get a job but like I don't have a soulless job either. I'm a teacher. So like I have a job with heart and spirit, you know? Like I don't go to work miserable every day. I go to work and I'm a happy dog and I'm wagging my tail and my students are saying, "Good morning, Miss Blue." And I say, "Good morning, little Johnny. Did you eat breakfast?" And they're like, "Yeah." My kids this year, for some reason, every time they came down to my classroom from breakfast, there's kids just develop their own habits, and it's really funny. There was one kid who made it his mission every morning to tell me who he saw in the cafeteria. Like I say, "Good morning, little Johnny," and he'd be like, "Good morning, hi, call me boy." Yeah, I read that right. "Hi, call me boy." I'll say, "Good morning." I'll say, "Good morning, little Johnny." He's like, "Good morning." I saw little Billy at lunch. Little Bean Boy at lunch. Little Susie at lunch. Little Jamantha at lunch. And I'm like, okay. I'm gonna be a half century old next month. Ancient. You could bring back a lost item from your past. What would it be? Yeah, he was like, "Hi, call me boy." Posture check. I got you. I need to work on my posture actually really bad. Hydrate. I got you. If I could bring back something from my childhood, a lost item. I guess probably my DS. I say that because I bought a DS and I'm okay, Ichiro. I bought a DS. My parents bought it. Sorry, I didn't buy a DS. I was a kid. My parents bought a DS for me when I was like, I don't know. I'm gonna say like middle school age probably. It was a long time ago. I don't know. And it was, I had it for like one day. And you know how like parents buy you something? Well, maybe it's just my parents, I don't know. My parents would like buy me something and then they would use it as a punishment. So like they would like buy me a game console, like a DS, and then be like, "You didn't do your chores today. I'm taking your DS for the next day." And I'm like, "Dude, I just got it yesterday." That's what happened. So I just got my DS. My dad, I swept the floor. I did my chores. My dad said, "You didn't sweep the floors good enough. And your brother didn't do anything." And so they took my new DS that we just got, and then they put it in the drawer. And now, thanks for the subscriber, Rosemians. Thank Twinkies. And then my dad put it in his drawer, and I never saw it ever again. When I tell you that I was livid, if I had to pick something to go back in time and get, it would be my DS that I only had for a single day before my dad took it and did not know where he put it. He lost it. He could not find it after that. I never saw it again. It was really, 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 really annoying. And even to this day, my parents literally, they moved out the home recently. That's why I'm in this house now, because they moved out and I am renting out the house until I buy it or choose to get a different house, basically. So this house is like, I'm renting them. It's not necessarily fully mine since I'm renting them, but still, I have free range in here as long as I don't like destroy the house, like my dad said. But man, they literally moved out and he still didn't see the DS. They packed everything up and it still wasn't here. He had to have, like, I don't know, thrown it away and just not realized it. Or maybe he, like, took it, confiscated it, forgot he had it, saw it in the drawer and said, what is this? I don't know what this is, and then put it in the trash or something. Like, I don't know. It reminded me of the siblings when they were younger. Yeah. I had one kid this past year who coined the term yestermorrow. She kept saying yestermorrow, and I could not tell if she was talking in the past or the future. I don't know. Bet your dad took it to where I don't know what happened in that thing. We only had one game on it. We just got the console. Can I ask an awkward question? Sure. Also, Full Blossom, when you're not being a demon in video games, you're really sweet and you're really positive and you're super motivating. And I don't think I know anyone else as positive and motivating as you, to be honest. I'd be like, my day sucked, and you'd be like, no, we can make it better, come on. And I could be like, man, this is hard, I don't know if I can do it. You'd be like, yeah, I got this. But Blossom's good at being a personal cheerleader. We love that. Almighty blue one. Oh, hail the blue one. Hi, Wizard. How are you? Let me scroll back up. I don't want to miss something. I want you to rate one song from Yakuza. I don't know anything about Yakuza, dude. Little kids in elementary schools are so silly. Whenever I visit my mom's job as a first grade teacher, the kids are always interested, to say like, yeah, they are. Elementary students are interesting. It's why I kind of like my job, because like people who have office jobs, for example, like every single day is the same for them, right? But for me, I don't have an office job. I'm a kindergarten teacher, so every single day is like different. You know, every day brings like new challenges and new everything. New challenges, new laughs, you know, new jokes. Sometimes kids try to pull pranks on me, but they're really obvious because they're 5, and it's really silly. I was thinking I'm probably gonna I'm gonna start writing down like the funny moments that happen in my classroom each year. I think that'd be fun. I think it'd be fun to hold on to for like streaming purposes. Like I could read them, be like, hey guys, look guess what happened today with my students. Or it could literally just be for entertainment for in the future, you know, years down the road when it's time for me to retire. I have this giant book of all the silly little moments. Woof. Hi, Wolf. No one redeems the hi, Wolf. I keep forgetting it's a redeem because no one redeems it. How is your stream going? It's going good. We're all chilling here. We're all chilling. The stream freezes on your end. I hope the stream isn't freezing for anyone else. Too. I've noticed that when streaming lately, my stream keeps saying it's unstable. Welcome, Knight. How are you? Woof. There you go. The deep wolf is the redeem that people redeem. There we go. Woof. First time saying it, yeah. My Twitch lately has been saying my stream is unstable because the bitrate is too high, which is not a true statement. I mean, the bitrate is 6,000, which is the maximum that Twitch supports. So as to why you keep saying that your bitrate is too high, my stream's gonna be unstable, I don't know why it keeps saying that. 6,000 is the... Do I need to move it to 5,999, 5,999, so it can leave me alone? Let you know, my office job is 50-50, sleep in the office, or they throw me in a different hospital on the other side of the country. It's a fun job though. Interesting. Sounds chaotic. Sounds chaotic. Same with mine. Oh guys, I was looking into some design concepts, and sorry, I got distracted. Anyways, there's a design. I've been messing with like design concepts. Sorry, I started reading a text message. I do that all the time. I'm so unprofessional. This is why I could not be I could be an agency person. I couldn't be in an agency. They're gonna be like monitoring my streams. Like the manager, like the talent manager's gonna be monitoring my streams, and they're gonna be like, oh, there she go again, checking that dang phone. It's always them Gen Zers with them dang phones. Oh hi. Let me join you. Hello, what's up? There's a ceiling up there. I want to say the ceiling's up, but anyways. Corny jokes aside, I want to show you guys something. I have been messing with design concepts, and I kind of want you guys' opinions. I want you guys' opinions on this design concept, okay? So, I was messing with this as a concept here. Welcome to the Poppy Parade, my cats! I've been messing with this as a concept. So, a trumpet hair clip on the side, right? And then like 2 bone hair clips. So people know I'm a dog, of course, okay. Welcome to the Puppy Parade, let me join you. And then my name goes down the side on like the sash thing, right? And then music notes that are like engraved in my hair, like it's like part of my like hair. How do we feel about this design concept here? I talked to my artist. She said she would make like updates like this for free if I like really wanted it. How do we feel about this? How do we feel about this do we like this? Do we like the musical Cyan idea? I'm trying to show you me and musical Cyan. There we go. With that music with the musics. Let me draw it on paper. Ooh, seems pretty rad. Okay, it's cute. Overall, yes. The letters throw me off a little. You don't like the letters? It adds more to your model, not gonna lie. Okay. Sure you have a super tall marching hat? I don't want to add a super tall one. However, I did ask her if she could modify the shape of this hat. Because if you're looking at my hat right here, right? That's why I'm looking down. It literally, like, curves inward, and like a marching hat would go straight up. So I also asked her if she could edit that part too, if she can like make it just go straight up and stuff. Hi Red Miller. Mine is reading it both ways. Yeah, I think it's because it's on this side, going down and across. Alternatively, I could... Yeah, I was about to say the same thing that Julia said. Welcome to the Puppy Parade, Kevin. That on the yellow side, instead of putting Cyanica, I can just write like Cyan on the yellow side. That is an idea. One from the Jump Catch game? Oh. I guess Stream Avatars is open. It's just not being captured. I didn't even notice. Yeah, I'm thinking I don't like I do understand like the letters going across. Alternatively, it could either go on the other side on the yellow, or instead of writing Cyanica down the side, it would just say Cyan, like Cyan right here, and then stop like right there instead of going all the way down, so that you don't read it as akinake. So you don't read as a kinnick. Yeah, I think like if I just had like Cyan, I think that might be a little bit better. I don't know. Regardless, I have a week to get this together because my artist said that she will start on it next week. I do like the hair clippies. I do like the music note in the hairs. I'm just tired of people confusing me and not knowing I'm a marching band dog. So I was like, what is some things I can add that won't change my overall design? Because I don't want to change my like main design, right? I don't want to change my base design. Hi Panda, we were talking about the designs we came up with last night. I don't want to change my main designs, right? Especially because all these artworks and stuff I got, if you change like the main design, everything kind of gets null and void. I don't like that. Also, I liked my design. So it was like, what's a small change I could do to look marching band-y without like changing my whole outfit? And I came up with hair clippies and music notes hair. And maybe just, instead of saying Cyanica, having it go all the way down, since it will curve and go like backwards. But just say Cyan, to be honest. Like I might just have it say Cyan. And just stop there, you know? We'll see. We'll see. I will experiment it with it being on the other side. However, if it goes on the yellow side and it just says Cyan, then it's the color. The color is going to be wrong. Like it can't be white because white would be too bright. It would have to be a different color. But like, what color goes well over top of yellow, you know? That's why I put it on the blue side. That's why I put it there. But welcome, Panda. A different font will work. Well, yeah, this is just like a This was just like a quick thing I did using Canva last night. So like, in theory, the artist, you know, she would make it look nicer. She would make it like match like the wrinkles and whatnot in the outfit and everything. So just a baton, assuming you don't have... I don't have a baton, actually. I have a baton in my design because I've had multiple artists draw me with the baton, but I don't have one, like, in my design. And I kind of want to get a toggle where I hold a baton, but at the same time, like, what would I do with that? The only thing I can think of with a baton toggle would straight up be to just threaten to smack people with it. Maybe I'm just too violent, but when I think of a hand toggle of me holding a metal stick, I think of bogging people with it. But maybe I'm just too violent. Maybe I'm just too violent. I do like the idea of a baton, and I do technically have one in my design. I've had artists draw me with like 3 different types, but the one I've liked is like, so like the most, it's just like a blue and yellow like stripe kind of spiral around the baton. I like that design a lot. That's the first thing I think of when I think of baton. I can't help it. When I think of baton, I think of what? Just have a lead pipe at that point? No, it's gotta be on brand. I can't threaten people with like something off brand. See what I'm saying? I can only threaten you guys with on brand things. Anyways, I want to test my transition to see if it's functioning now, so don't mind me. It's not. Where did the transition go? What? What? I don't understand why this transition doesn't work. Am I open? Am I... What? Maybe a feather in the hat. See, okay, there's a reason I don't have a feather in my little Shaco, right? And that is simply because if I added a feather to the top of my marching band hat, one, I'm a streamer. It's going to be so big. That thing is going to cover like parts of my screen, and that's what I don't want. That's the biggest reason why I didn't add that in my design, because I didn't want there to be a gigantic, tall, fluffy, feathery hat thing that does it, that covers the part of a screen, you know what I mean? I don't want my model to be too like tall or too wide. Okay, I will hydrate. Remember, chat, violence is okay as long as it's on brand. Yes! I'm so glad you understand. I'm so glad that you understand. Excuse me, I just burped. Ah! You guys didn't hear that. Close your ears. Right side, our ears aren't dying. Yeah, that's true. Now there's just no transition, as opposed to having one. I actually have no idea why this transition doesn't work. To be honest, it has the same settings as my other one. Does audio monitoring. Monitor only. Ooh. I have the ability to mute my other transition from you guys, but only I hear it. And I think that's a different kind of trade-off. So instead of you guys getting like beat up, I get beat up instead. I actually have no idea why this transition's not working. No. This one. There we go. Now we can try it. Ready? This is an old transition. This is not my newer one. And see if I can get my newer one quiet. This will have to do. There we go. Easy. Easy. Look at that. I fixed the transition. No more very, very loud transition that destroys your ears. Now it's quiet. I don't think there's audio to that one either. Now it's quiet and nothing. Cyan has a magical girl attack. Bro, if I was a magical girl, y'all wouldn't understand. If I was a magical girl, I would be the girl. Okay, there'd be no other VTubers around because I'd use my magical powers to beat them all up so I can be the top streamer. Because yay, violence! Violence! Wow. She's a doggo chat. I last night. Me too. I last night. If I was a magical girl, I'd be so violent. Yeah, I believe it, Jello. I believe it. If I was a magical girl, I wouldn't be violent per se. I would still do my job of like saving the world and whatnot. It just wouldn't be as polite. It just wouldn't be as polite. On brand violence. Yes, on brand violence. Yes, on brand violence. Also, how delayed is my YouTube chat? It's got me thinking. Because your messages are really late. Is how I'm seeing my live, how the live is right now? Oh, it's very delayed. YouTube is really delayed. I think that's my fault. I have set to normal latency. Yeah, I have it set to normal latency. I think if I lower the latency, it won't be as bad. Like, I think if I put it low, I have it to normal latency. I think if I put it to low or ultra low latency for like next stream, it won't be so delayed. Cause I'm like the messages that I'm getting on YouTube are like a solid like minute in the past. That's what it is. It's the latency. That's my bad. I'll change the settings for next time. I'm still learning YouTube. I'm still, redoing a new platform is so bizarre. It's so bizarre. Like, it's kind of insane. I feel like a baby streamer all over again, especially when I get those same messages that I used to get. The same messages I used to get back in the day when I was a smaller streamer, like a smaller like Twitch streamer. I always had people coming and going, wow, you have nobody watching you in chat. Whoa, I'm the only viewer here. Where is everybody? Man, why is nobody talking? People have been pulling up to my YouTube saying that. It just reminded me of like the old, my old Twitch days. My old Twitch days. Man, I don't miss that. I don't miss that. I don't miss when people would pull up and just point out the fact that I had no viewers. I don't know why people do that, but it's so common. But I'm experiencing it on my YouTube now. Like every single time I like go live on YouTube, to be honest, people are like, wow, nobody's here. And I'm like, wow, thank you. I always have it at ultra low. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll set it to ultra low latency. I can't change it midstream. Sorry, I had to go on. I'll have it set to ultra low latency next time. I am currently overlapping your Twitch audio with your YouTube stream. Oh yeah, it's probably super delayed. So is her long nails? I would say that I don't have long nails, but that's not true. I accidentally scratched Kotaru like 24/7. And he'd be so upset with me. He'd be like, are you kidding me? He'd be like, are you kidding me? I don't... Why are you scratching me? And I'm like, it's not my fault. Sorry, I'm so iffy. I don't normally like... I was about to say I don't normally stream this early, but that's not true. 11 a.m. is my standard streaming time. However, my sleep schedule has been so bad lately that like it's been terrible. My stream schedule's been so bad lately that now that like I'm streaming at my normal streaming time of 11 a.m. and it feels like it's too early. It's very I'm like I'm so sleepy being up. It's so easy. I'm gonna do my hair today. That's what I'm gonna do. I do my hair today. I'm gonna finish streaming, and then after stream, I'm gonna do my hair, and I'm gonna be all dolled up. I get all dolled up. I'm gonna put my hair. I'm gonna twist my hair, do little twisties in my hair, and then so when I take the twisties out, I'll have a super curly afro. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do my hair. I'm gonna do twisties and afro. Twisty afros. Poor dragon. What he did. I also have really bad eyesight, and when I stream, I end up straining my eyes easily, and it causes me to yawn a lot because when your eyes are strained, you yawn, and it's kind of annoying when it happens like this during stream, when my eyes are being strained because of my bad eyesight. It's kind of funny because when I first made my setup, Kotaru was making fun of me because the way I have my curved monitors, like the curved monitors are really close to me, and they're like curved inward towards me. I had to buy curved monitors because of my eyesight, actually. I noticed I sat at like Kotaru's computer, and he had like straight monitors, right? And I realized that when he had his straight monitors, I couldn't see the edges of the computer because my eyesight is really bad, right? So like, since the edge of the computer was like, it was further away from me, I couldn't see it. But since I have a curved monitor and it's like facing it towards me, I can see it now. It's literally an eyesight thing. Like if I didn't have this curved monitor, I wouldn't know what's going on. I said, welcome to the puppy parade, Dan. Welcome. I've never seen one out in the wild before. You never seen what out in the wild? A afro or a curved monitor? Curved monitors are surprisingly nice. They are. For me, I mean, I was just debuffed at birth with my really bad eyesight. Like I have really thick glasses and thick contacts I have to wear every day. Without them, I literally cannot see at all, like at all. So I had to get curved monitors. Like it wasn't even a choice. Like it was just I have to get this or else I will not be able to see type of thing. And I didn't want to get a giant monitor and not be able to see the ends of it. So I had to get a curved one. And I'm really glad I did. It did cost extra money though, because curved monitors are like an extra 100 or so, which is terrible, but it was worth it because I can see my whole monitor. I would have been really upset if I bought a big screen and I could only see half of it, you know? Like before I had myself a desk and a setup, I used to go to Kotaru's apartment. Like before he moved in with me, I would go to Kotaru's apartment and I would stream from his desk sometimes and use his monitors connected to my laptop. And during that time, like I remember not really being able to see like my chat and like other things on my screen. Like I was like, so I had to use my phone for chat simply because the monitor wasn't curved and I can't see. And he had the monitors like pretty far in the back of his like desk. He keeps them like at the really far back of it. I don't do that. Mine are kind of close to me, low key. I have to have them right in my face. Curved TVs. Curved TVs? I didn't know there were curved TVs. What you mean? In Panadia, I found a curved monitor to be easy in the eyes and not moving my head around. Yeah, a TV? I didn't know they made curved TVs. It sounded like a terrible idea, to be honest. Like, why would you curve the TV? Monitors make sense because, like, on a monitor, you're, like, sitting still and, like, you're just, it's, like, propped up on a desk and you're gonna be, like, looking between one monitor to the other. A TV? I don't know. I always wonder how they curved them without breaking. Yeah, and, like, some, like, monitors, I think you can, like, bend them, too. Like, you can curve them and uncurve them to like as you please, from what I know. And I don't know how those don't break. Like how do you bend a monitor like that and it not like snap in half, like just, you know, like how does that happen? That would make me nervous. That would make me nervous too. It's like surround sound, but the surround screen, yeah, the screen surrounds you, bro. Now Wouldn't it be funny if someone just had like a single chair and then they had like this super wide TV and the TV just wrapped all around them? They had like one super wide TV in front of them and one super wide TV behind them, so they could do like a 360 watch. You probably wouldn't be watching much of anything though, because like every show would be like spread out really far. But hey, it's a concept. I've seen people do something like that with like computers. Like they have like a really, really wide, like one very long like monitor that curves all the way around them. Forever thankful that the precious line lets me see the background. Yeah, Shippy, I didn't forget about you. I was literally going to blur the background because I thought it would be for the comfy vibes, and I was like, Shippy would not like that, so I simply did not. I simply did not. Hi, Shippy, how are you? Oh, I'm so good. Usually it's a layer of glass that would break, not the screen itself. Using something like plastic is probably how they do it. It's a layer of glass that would break. I guess that kind of would make sense, wouldn't it? If they had like a little plastic thing that bends and then the screen doesn't and it just kind of projects differently. You're very smart, Dan. Smarty Bean. I'm happy to finally catch a stream. I follow you on TikTok. Oh, hello TikTok friend. How are you? How are you? How are you? Good. I love listening to you. Yeah. While I play games, it's so nice to chat to you. Yes. Welcome, Myth. I'm glad you guys enjoyed my streams. I wanted to do just chatting again because I feel like I haven't been just chatting. I've been doing a lot of collabs lately. I'm kind of collabed out, to be honest. I've never been one for collabs, but I am the owner of a VTuber group, so I do have to stream with them sometimes. Just even though most of the time, I usually prefer to stream with myself most of the time, and if not, like stream like maybe like one other person instead of like in a small group. I've always been that way. When I made like the VTuber group, I mostly made it for like other people than for myself. Which is why, like, even though I'm technically a member, I kind of do like to step back sometimes and just be like, I'm gonna just plan y'all, help y'all plan a collab, and then mind my own business this quarter. I do prefer solo streams though. I do prefer. Well, I just don't. One thing I don't like about collabs is that you have to like ignore your chat, and I don't like doing that. And I know people in the chat don't like it either. But like, when you do a collab, the other people in your stream is the priority, not your chat, right? You don't want to neglect another streamer because your chat's moving, you know. That'd be pretty messed up. So I do like this is my first time here. The algorithm says I want to listen, and I do think it sounds good while I play something. Yay! I'm glad you like my streams, Dan. I'm glad. Been wanting to catch a stream for so long, but it's always early morning. Oh yeah. And also, I don't be posting a stream schedule. I haven't really made one. But I recently got a VTuber manager. A different one. I had a manager like for like a few months a while ago. For a while. And I got a new manager. And they're hoping to get me back on schedule. They're gonna pester me, and they're gonna force me to make a stream schedule. So probably gonna say hi and what's up. Bro, we just yapping in here. We just yapping. It's 4 a.m., but I'm just happy to be here. I hope you don't have any, like, obligations soon. I hope you're, like, on summer break or something. If you're up so late. I can't say anything. I mean, I go to bed at, like, 3 to 4 a.m. these days. But that's because I don't have a job during the summer. I'm unemployed. I'm a teacher. So during the summer, I don't have a job. Hi, Luna. How's it going? It's going good. I'm a little... I can't stop yawning though, but that's just eye strain. I can't really do anything about that. I just have bad eyes. I just have really bad eyes. Twitch. There will be an ad break in 4 minutes. It will be a 3-minute long ad break. Listen. I'm just don't shoot the messenger. I'm just a messenger. Okay. It'll be in 4 minutes. It will be a 3-minute ad break. During that time, so that nobody misses stuffs, I'm gonna put on my be right back screen since we're just chatting and whatnot. Sometimes when I'm like gaming, I don't stop for the ad breaks, but because we're just sitting here and having a conversation to each other, I'm gonna put on the be right back screen during that time for the 3 minutes, so I can go take some sippy sips of some waters and I go bathroom. Yeah, we get to vibe, and you guys can take some sippy sips of water and go bathrooms and not miss a single thing. Okay, it'll be a 3-minute ad break. Okay, Twitch has ads. Twitch has a ton of ads. Twitch, as soon as you're monetizable, Twitch has ads. Same thing with YouTube, except YouTube's ads are skippable. Twitch is not. They will literally, they're so bad. Twitch will give you like a 30-second ad every 10 minutes if you let it. I have it set to give you 3-minute ads once an hour so that it will leave us alone. And I can use it as a break time for me personally. So yeah, I use it as an ad break. Also, Shippy, you're such a good boy. Did you know that? You're such a good boy. I will be making a coffee then. Yeah, go make yourself some coffees. Go make yourself some coffee for our Yip Yap morning. Do you guys like the name Yip Yap morning? I do. I think it's really funny. I think it's really funny. Yip Yap morning. Yeah, the reason I have it set to 1 minute, for 3-minute ads every hour is because if you don't do that, Twitch will give someone a 30-second ad as soon as they click on your channel. So like if someone just like wants to check you out and go, oh, this streamer looks interesting, they'll click on your channel, 30-second ad. And then they'll get like, each person will get their own 30-second ads at random times, and you can't really do anything about that. So the alternative is, instead of everyone getting random ads at random times and someone clicking on your channel and getting bombarded with ads, you just set ad breaks, 3-minute ad breaks, and it leaves you alone for an hour. So, and that way I can get myself a break too. I think that way it benefits everybody the most. Without getting annoying, without being as annoying, because Twitch ads are really annoying. They're so evasive. Your model is so cool. Thank you. Oh, watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Right? Are you watching? Boom. Yeah. Boom. Yeah. Your model is so cool. Look at that. Outfit number 2, baby. Anytime someone says my model looks cute, I always like to show them the second outfit. I like this outfit. This is my comfy outfit, although it's not very on brand though. Hatsune, you're the second person who said that. You're the second person who said that the pigtails remind them of Hatsune Miku. Nice, you think it's nice? I think you're nice, Panda. Panda. I got broads in Atlanta, sorry. I'm glad you guys like it. Super cute. I see it now too. Oh my gosh. I'm going to be called a Hatsune Doggo. I can't escape. Ah! Okay. Oh, hi Magnus. I'm sorry to say an ad break will literally start in 30 seconds. And I'm going to go into be right back screen. I'll be away for 3 minutes. Go take some sippies. And then we're going to take some sippies. Make sure you get some water. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Make sure if you want a snack, go get a snack. You gotta go to the bathroom. You go to the bathroom. Make sure you take care of yourselves, okay? Okay? In 5, 4, 3, 2. Anna, na. Take care of yourselves. Be back in 3 minutes. That's the I'm back sound. Hey, you miss me? Hey, I just met. Sorry, I'm on YouTube. I can't be singing songs. Careful. I'm on YouTube. They gonna get mad at me. I already got in trouble with YouTube once. I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube again, man. I don't know their rules, but I do know that singing is a problem on YouTube. So maybe we're not gonna do it. Did you guys take care of yourselves during the break? I almost made myself an ice cream cone, to be honest. But I decided not to do it. I'm getting wrecked on Overwatch, man. I haven't touched Overwatch in like 2 years. I used to be pretty active on Overwatch. I played Moira and Mercy. I was very offensive Moira. I've never heard of that. You can get like copyrighted on YouTube from singing a song, but I guess it doesn't really matter as much now since I'm not necessarily monetized. But I want to get into good practices before I'm even before I'm monetized, you know, like in general, is to avoid getting copyrighted for singing, literally just singing a song. Just don't. Just don't. I've seen so many clips of people like having their whole thing like demonetized and like copyright claimed because they sung like a song for like 10 seconds. It's bad. If I were to do a karaoke stream, I would not stream it on YouTube. It would only be it would exclusively be a Twitch thing. Hi Zeffy! How are you? 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 You know what I considered doing during my break? Getting some ice cream. I considered getting some ice cream. Oh, by the way, I completely forgot. I turned all of my filters off on my microphone simply because I was like doing ASMR readings yesterday. How does my audio sound? I forgot to put them back on from streaming. I forgot to put them back on before I like went live. Is my audio bad? Or like, do you hear every like thump? Do you hear like every time I like tap on the keyboard or like put my arm down on the table or something, you know? Like, I'm sure you could probably hear every little noise thing, but it's not really a noisy environment right now, so that doesn't matter. But like if Kotaro was in the room, for example, I would need to have the things on. It's great. Does it sound bad? Okay. Your model looks so good with Shooshed, by the way. It sure does. I love this software. It makes my model glisten in the sunlight. Truly. Shooshed is the best Vtuber software ever, bro. They should let me be their mascot. I wish I was a big enough VTuber to just like do stuff like that. I like this, sir. I like this app. I'm gonna be their mascot. Send them an email, and they look and they're like, "Oh my gosh, she has 1 million trillion views. Yeah, she'll be our mascot." Like I feel like once you get to a certain size, you'll have power. You don't think it's a problem with audio? Okay, that's good. That's good. I just want to make sure. I usually have filters on. One of the filters in particular is what cuts me out when I like peek the microphone. So I'm going to assume that when I peek that microphone, it doesn't cut me out anymore. I realize this is a noise reduction filter that I do that cuts me out a bit. That one, I do like the noise reduction though. That's the one that like makes it so you can't hear it whenever I'm typing and whatnot. Because if I were to type right now, like if I were just, you'd be able to hear all of that. The noise reduction is what prevents you from hearing that. But it also prevents you from hearing me sometimes. So that's fun. It's a fun trade-off. It's a fun trade-off. You know, you can't hear me. Oh, you can't hear the keyboard, but you sure as heck can't hear the streamer either. I'm gonna try to bump my desk, right? I keep bumping my desk. I do that all the time. I thought about getting ice cream during my break, and I'm kind of sad I did it. But at the same time, I haven't really eaten anything yet. I had a smoothie. Like I drank a smoothie for breakfast this morning before I started streaming. I didn't really have time to eat. I didn't want to be late to my stream. I'm very known for being late to streams, and I don't want that to be a reoccurrence. Especially if I want to be like a full-time VTuber someday. I can't show up late to all of my streams, you know. We can't do that. I've been working really hard to get that full-time. I feel like a full-time streamer. At least during the summer, I've been a full-time VTuber. That's why I've been cranking out like shorts after shorts after shorts after shorts, and I'm starting to post videos. I'm getting back into ASMR, boys. Expect another ASMR video next week. See, the thing that has stopped me with ASMR was I just couldn't find like the sounds that I needed. Like I would, like for example, I had this script. I've been holding onto the script for a long time, and it's like point of view, you're going to the beach with the dog girl, right? All the scripts is like me, like point of view, like you're hanging out with me, you know, not like random scenarios. It's literally just me, you know. And I had made one. I had a script for us like going out to like, the sand, like you're gonna play in the water, and then we build a sand castle, and then we get some ice cream. It's a perfect day. I love it. And it's a really long script too. It's like 2,000 words, so it would be like probably 10 minutes or more of a video. The problem is I couldn't find good sounds. Like I couldn't find like sand sounds. Like if you're building a sand castle, you need to have like sounds of like a shovel hitting a sand, or like you like pouring sand over a space and all this other stuff. And I just couldn't find sounds, which is why I kind of dropped that one. Like ocean sounds are easy to get. Come on now. I mean, I literally have the ocean right now in the background of the stream. That's easy to find. What's not easy to find is sand sounds. So, welcome to the Puppy Parade, y'all. So what I did was I actually found this website recently. I forgot what it's called. Let me pull it up so I can tell you guys what it's called. I think it's important for other people who maybe want to do ASMR. I sent it to my manager, so I'm looking at my manager stuff. It's called Zapsplat. Zapsplat. And there's like thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of free ASMR sounds. And I really wish I had discovered that sooner, because then I probably would have been doing ASMR sooner. So, like, been doing really like more ASMR. So I'm going to pivot my channel. Instead of like editing, like spending time like editing like short like videos for like short clips of my channel and stuff, I'm gonna start focusing ASMR instead. That also because ASMR is also a lot simpler to do. Like once you write the script, you usually just gotta read it. And there's no, I don't gotta do anything crazy either, simply because there's no crazy editing in ASMR other than like getting like the right ambient noises and whatnot. Like it's just raw, like it's just your raw voice, and I like that. It makes it a lot simpler to do. Like the one that I posted tomorrow, I literally wrote and recorded in the span of like 2 hours. Positive good morning, wake up ASMR. And I'm gonna do one for nighttime too. Like a winding down, like here's how to help you go to sleep nighttime one. That's what I really want to do. Welcome to the Puppy Parade, Thomas. I do like ASMR. I do. I really want to get back into it. So that's probably what my YouTube focus is going to be, ASMR. Which is also why I kind of wanted to name my like just chatting stream, so that you know when I was like just yapping. Because while it's not necessarily ASMR, it is like kind of calming in that same like regard. So I wanted people who like my ASMR to be able to like find my calm chatting thing. So instead of just saying, hey, we're just chatting, hey, we're yapping about whatever, I'm calling Yip Yap Mornings, and if it's nighttime, it'll be called Yapping After Bark. I love it. Awoo! Maybe I'll even get like maybe I'll get someone to make a logo for those things too, like a Yip Yap Mornings logo and yapping after bark logo too for thumbnail purposes. I think that'd be real fun. I think it'd be real fun. Like by unpopular demand. What? I like having you here, Great Fox. Oh, hi, Rose. How are you? I suggest either recording play sand or better / worse Minecraft sand. Terrible. Hi, Fox. It has been a while. It has. I have like 7 different sites I use for adding sound effects for my different editing commissions. I can try now a few others for you if you don't have a sound. Yes, if you know ASMR sound effects, like anything that would be like good for like literally any scenario, please let me know. I just found this one site and I'm really happy that I found it. So, what's your favorite outfit to wear to beach? Oh, that's a good question. I don't like to wear two-piece. I don't like to wear 2 pieces outfit. I'm sorry. I know that's what people like look for when like you wear, when people like go to the beach. You know, you have the anime beach episode. You got the little two piece thing. I like to have a one-piece bathing suit. The one that I currently wear, that when I, well, I say currently wear, but I literally haven't like gone to a swimming setting, like a watery setting in like 3 years maybe. But my current bathing suit is all black. It's a one piece all black, and it has like cute little like black frilly things on it. I don't know what to call them. They're like little ruffles. They have like little black ruffles on like the ends of it. It's so pretty. I wish I could show you. But I don't like wearing two pieces. I don't like showing that much skin, fun fact. I like being very clothed at all times. This ASMR is like 90% of what I edit, so I got you. Ooh, yay, I love that. You edit ASMR? For how much do you edit ASMR? I'm probably I'm gonna end up editing my own ASMR, but I'm really curious of the pricing for those type of things. Sorry, I had to like exhale. I did like this weird inhale, and it was like kind of hurt my chest. I don't know why I breathed like that. I don't know what that was. I like inhaled really hard, but only through one nostril, and it like did a weird feeling in my chest. If I make an animation of you, what outfits would you want? I guess my normal band outfit, my normal marching band outfit. I like anime. If I had an animation, I feel like I'd want like me marching. Country has brainwashed that a jersey and shorts is what's best to wear at a beach. Jersey and shorts. Honestly, I don't know what guys wear at beaches. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I know what I wear at a beach though. Hi Jal, how are you? ASMR is quite easy actually. If you have the time, it's better to work on it yourself. Yeah, I know. They are easy. It's just a matter of if I ever had like a longer one with like a ton of different sound effects that I can't find. You know what I mean? Because one of these days I'm just gonna drop like a 30 to 40 minute ASMR video, and y'all not gonna know what to do about it. I use my instance for sound effects. It does have almost all, but I do have a collection of sound effects you'll find in every VTuber video. Oh, that's valid. There are some sound effects that are just like everywhere. I'm trying to wear a bikini, but I'm shy. Oh man, I would be shy to wear a bikini too. I've only ever worn a one-piece bathing suit. If I like jump to like wearing a bikini, I don't know what I do. You can stop looking at the wagging tail. That's what it's there for. It's zooming. I've been zooming. It depends on a few factors, but it's usually an off-stream convo I have with people since that's your stream space to be about you. Those peeps don't need to know what you pay for. Oh, that's true. That's true. That is very true. Commissions are expensive. Guys, being a VTuber is expensive, by the way. People be like, I want to become a VTuber. And I'm like, you got VTuber money? Huh? You got that VTuber dollars? Bro, you got that VTuber income? Guys are the leg, dude. Although, not for me, though. I always get really lucky with, like, finding, like, really good deals. I've always been really good at like finding really good deals in the community. Like somebody who like, I'm making and rigging a chibi model for only $80. I'd be like, bet, here you go, here's some money. I've always been really good at finding like deals and stuff. Or like this background. I like this background. I feel like it matches me a lot. Yet it like I got it off a booth for like not like $8. This is a pre-made background. I don't have a personal, but you know how much personal like backgrounds are, like custom ones? Them things are like $100 per background. I have been looking into getting one though. I am a marching dog, and I really want like a custom. I want a custom background that is marching band-esque, like an amusement park, and like there'll be like a white flag in the background, like a pink paw print on and stuff. I want like a Cyan theme park for my marching band aesthetic. That's what I really want. So I really want. I make my own models. Yeah, that saves money too. That really does. Since you're cool with Gator and Jasper, then I think it's fine by me. But I wouldn't mind helping you out and learning the ways. Ooh. I am cool with Gator and Jasper, although I haven't streamed with either of them in 10 million, trillion, gazillion, billion years, dude. I'm more of a solo streamer these days. You can make the background. That'd be really cool and really fun if you did. It costs really a lot to be a VTuber if you want to go smoothly and rise up. Yeah, I will say this model is like very detailed, but this one wasn't expensive at all. This model was actually really cheap, all things considered, for its quality. I mean, you see the rigging. You see how well this model moves, right? Ah, la 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 la. I moved so well, so very well. This rigging was 150. 150. I always try to put people onto my rigger, simply because he doesn't charge a lot and he has extremely like high quality, extremely high quality. It's 150 now. I think he upped the price. I think it's 400 for riggings now, but when I got it, it was still 150. Now, adding on to different things costed extra money. So like the V Bridger rig, aka like the mouth movements, like the eyebrow things, those all costed extra. The tail wag, the ears, the bendy, those are all different like add-ons. But like the base rigging itself, like without those things, it's only 150. Like, bro, I always try to put people on because people are like, oh, rigging costs so much, and then they'll go spend like $800 on like rigging that's like kind of stiff, because that's just kind of where the market's at right now. And I'm like, guys, my boy Leonard, he can do it all for like half the price. Oh, hi Kirai, I love your model, super cute and very nice. I lucked out getting my personal background. I have a friend who wouldn't take any money no matter how many times I sent payment for the background. Oh, that is sweet. Yeah, you did luck out. I've been an editor for years now, but indie creators learning to work on things themselves is something I find really nice. So I don't mind sharing tricks. Yeah, reinventing things yourself. Honestly, it saves money, lives better. Walmart, you know. The rigging is really nice, pricing are so good too. I also have toggles, although I don't really use them much because I'm a smiley girl. Like, what purpose would I have of using some of these toggles? I'm just a smiley Pete. That's all I am. But I do have like emotion toggles. Like we got the sparkly eyes. Oh, I'm so happy to be here. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. This was one thing that the rigger does on his own. Like, you don't need to get the artist to do. I have the sad one. Oh, I'm so sad. This looks creepy. I'm sorry, I haven't played with the toggles since getting my like mouth like re-rigged for like accurate tracking. So like I look insane. This is like a you remember like Doki Doki Literature Club was like popular and people were like doing all these Monica stuff. This is a just Monica pose. Okay, baby, got to pretty embarrassed one. It's embarrassing, you know, being on these live streams the way I am every day. My tail still wags if I smile. This one, I guess if I smile, it's like a whole different expression, to be honest. What would you call this if I'm smiling while I'm blushing? Bro, this is like I see something I like, me want. A sad face when you smile makes you look like you're happy something happened. Like if someone died. No. 90% but it's barely 90% of us, I'm very much like, just like if someone asks for help or advice or anything, I'm happy to, since I've been doing this for over 10 years. I'm learning to video edit. I know how to like edit videos. It's more so like, do I have the time to do it? Do I have the time to edit the videos? Because most of the time the answer is no. But again, it is still summer. So I have all the time in the world right now. But like, time away from now, I ain't gonna have it. I also have to, I have this one. Yeah, I can't do an evil laugh to save my soul. This is my angry face. I'm mad. I'm mad because I didn't get ice cream during my break. I should have been allowed to have ice cream. Please don't eat you. I eat every person that enters chat. Those are my tacos. I have a lot of them. Mr. Panda, dude, that's like the fourth panda that's followed me the past week. Hi, Panda. Hey, Panda, and Panda, and Panda, and Panda, and hello, Panda, and hi, Panda. Hi, Yuki, and Panda, and some more Panda. Hello. Get your puppy cone. Yeah, I need a pup cup. I need a pup cup. It's really I really want right now. The time of streaming and editing is rough, especially with full time on top of that. Yeah, that's why I do have an editor. But they edit my short form content. So I have an editor for shorts. I don't really want to spend money on both an editor for shorts and long form videos. Like it's one or the other, honestly. I'm not rich. I'm a teacher. I'm on a teacher's salary. Okay, like it's not. I can't be spending too much money on VTubing endeavors. And I do put a lot of money into my like TikTok edit stuff too. I just have a lot of money saved up because I did live with my parents for a very long time. So I do have a lot of money saved up, which is the reason I can go all out the way I am. I'm hoping that eventually it all pays off. You know, all this like editing stuff I'm paying for. I got myself a Vtuber manager. Hi, Choraxin, how are you? I'm really hoping everything pays off. All of it pays off. You know, you put money into your hobby and you hope it grows, and that's what I've been doing. I got me an editor. I got me a manager. I have all my assets, so I don't have to worry about buying those anymore. But I'm really hoping I can make something out of it. And honestly, at least last month's like Twitch paycheck covered the manager fees, so that's pretty cool. Twitch can pay for my manager. Playing wrong key on purpose phase, yeah. Hi, Tabby! Oh, I like your name, Tabby Serta. Oh, hi, Luke. So many people. Cyan is getting so popular as of late. I won't say so popular, but my channel is doing much better. It is doing much better than it was before. But popular is a strong word. Oh, never mind. I just looked at how many viewers I have. Never mind. I don't look at my viewers when I stream. I found in the past that if I see how many people are watching, I get discouraged if it's not like a certain number. So to avoid that, I usually don't even like look at how many people are watching, right? To avoid a change in demeanor. Because like if I'm streaming and I look over and just look at my viewers and I see that the number is like 5 or something, then like my whole demeanor changes. It can ruin the stream. It can do a lot of negativity, and I don't like that. So to avoid that, to prevent that from happening, I decided to not look at how many people are watching while I stream. But since you brought it up, I decided to look, and Jesus Christ, I believe. Whoopsie. Let me close my eyes. I'm going to unsee that number and pretend like we're just talking to like 4 people, so that I don't get nervous talking to 36. Oh man. But I mean, I can't really say I'm popular yet though. I mean, I think my channel's doing well. It's doing better. It's growing. We are growing pretty well. We are a strong dog army now. But I'm not like Twitch partner or anything. I'm not like, I don't have thousands and thousands of followers. I don't have, I can't post a video on YouTube and get hundreds of thousands of views, Like, we're getting there. I'm on the right track. I'm on the right track, and it's making me happy. And all the money I'm putting into it seems like it's worth it, right? It is improving stuff. However's, we still gotta work hard. We still gotta work hard. I have been grinding my butt off this summer, so I'm glad it's actually paying off. Though I would actually be a lot more upset if I was grinding out reels and paying money for an editor and all this stuff and like a manager, and it just wasn't going well. Oh man. As a kid, I thought teachers were rich. Oh, hi Luigi. Let's say hi to Luke. I don't know if I said hi to Luke either. Hi Luke. Kids do think that teachers are rich, and it's really funny. Actually, it's really, really funny to me. I try to keep that dream alive for my little kindergartners when they talk to me. They'd be like, but you have so much money, and I'm like, sure, yeah, I have so much money. Dog Squad 6, yeah. And then on YouTube, we got my 6th Dog Squad. YouTube's a work in progress. Yeah, we just started on YouTube a month ago. I think having 6 viewers on YouTube, considering I just started on that platform, is a pretty good number. So progress is always progress. There's that. Exactly, progress is good. Yeah, progress is good in all amounts, whether it's big progress or little progress. You know, whether you went from having 3 viewers to like 6, or whether you went from having 2 to 1 million. You know, I also think that slow progress on a channel is a lot better than fast progress, because what I've noticed, I've been in this community for 4 years. I've been streaming for 4 years. I didn't start taking VTubing seriously until this past November. Like before then, I was just streaming for fun. I just did it whenever I felt like it. I wasn't really putting out any other content. But now that I'm a full-time streamer, like VTuber, I will say that growing slow is a lot better than growing quickly, because everyone like crosses their fingers and hopes that like their channel blows up overnight, which is a cool concept, and I would love that for you guys. However, if you ever notice, the people who blow up overnight are the people who quit streaming pretty early on. I've noticed, like, they'll get instantly famous in the span from like a single tweet or like a single TikTok that got like 1 million views. They get like their channel just jumps, and they get like Twitch partner, like YouTube monetization in the span of like a week or something, and then the channel just grows and grows and grows. Those people always quit. They almost always quit. It's kind of insane. But like I would understand why. Like, growing slowly meant that I got to learn a lot about stuff. Hi, Ichigo! That I got to learn a lot about a lot of things over the course of 4 years. I can't imagine instantly having an audience and having to learn those things overnight. Like, for example, my Discord has went through a lot of discourse, right? It has gone through a lot of discourse, like, right? My Discord 2 years ago was super toxic. It was filled with a lot of toxic people. I didn't know how to manage it. So, hi, Justin. I didn't know how to manage it. So I was constantly like removing messages and all this stuff. I didn't want to like ban people because I was afraid that my Discord wouldn't, you know, if I banned people, blocked them, then no one would talk on my Discord anymore. So as a result, my like first 2 years of streaming, my Discord was like super toxic, and so was my community. And it wasn't necessarily their fault, right? Streamers, your community is a reflection of you as a streamer. The reason my community was toxic was because of the way I was on stream. My first few years of streaming, I wouldn't say like the first year or two, I didn't know the direction I wanted to go in my stream. So as a result, I had a tendency to basically make a lot of jokes. I used to poke fun at people. In a joking way, of course, and my community knew that it was a joking way. But because I was constantly like poking fun at like my chat and my community, they were poking fun at me. But then they started poking fun at each other. And that's when it stopped being fun, right? Like, I'd be like, ha ha ha, you're short, you're tiny, ha 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 ha. You know, just constantly like making fun, joking at people, and it didn't go well, because the community I fostered was also people who were constantly joking at people, but they didn't know when to stop. The issue was they didn't know when to stop. Like, I could tell when to stop. Thank you for the donation to the charities. We love that. I didn't know when to stop at all. I did not. They didn't. Sorry, not I. They didn't know when to stop. So it would become a problem where in the Discord people would be joking about something, or maybe like poking fun at somebody, and then that person would like obviously be getting irritated or upset, or they're like, "Hey, like, that's not funny. Don't say that." But then they would keep joking anyways, right? They would keep joking anyways like that, and it became a huge issue. Welcome to the Puppy Parade, Sonata. So I learned my lesson about that. But can you imagine if I have the viewership and like platform I have now, but it was like year 1 Cyan? Like, the Discord would be so toxic. People would be like fighting each other 24/7, and like when I say it was bad, it was really, really bad. It was a really hard time for me as a streamer too, because I was like constantly upset with like how my community was turning out. And it took me a while to realize it was because of the way I was being. And I wasn't their fault, it was the way I was joking. Like, I was basically like inadvertently telling people, hey, it's okay to poke fun at people. because Cyan does it all the time, so we can do it too. So it took me a long time to realize that was a problem. So you won't catch me doing anything like that now. Like now, if I poke fun, I either poke fun at myself, or I do something really like simple or wholesome. You know, like be like, oh, you know, you're short or something. Like it doesn't really like go past that, you know. But I cannot imagine if I just started streaming and I blew up overnight, and I had to deal with that like in the beginning. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. Welcome to the Puppy Parade Sonata on YouTube and Twitch. Hi. That would be terrible. Ruins the vibe and then that feeling. Yeah, viewer count can sometimes. It's such a goofy I'm a goofy goober, right? We're all goofy goobers, right? Goofy goober, right? We're all goofy goobers. Sorry, you got me triggered. You got me. I was deep in a rant and you got me triggered. If I was in that community, that would just kill my mood in general. Yeah, it would have. It killed my mood every day. I kept trying to moderate it, but it was so hard to moderate when like literally every single person who was in that community was toxic. I had like a whole toxic community. It was so bad. But now, because in the past 2 years, I completely changed how I talk to people. Only positive vibes. I don't poke fun at anybody anymore like I used to. I literally completely changed my sense of humor for streaming purposes. Now we're only wholesome vibes here. Only wholesome, happy vibes. And my community, my Discord is very positive now. The toxic people have phased out, and now it is a new. And I'm really happy with how my community is now, though. Like ever since I changed myself for streaming purposes, now like the Discord is really happy and like poppin'. Like they're so talkative and they're so nice to each other and they're so encouraging. It's really, my Discord now is how I always wanted it to be. Like I feel like I'm achieving all of my Twitch goals. Like my community, like my Twitch, my Twitter, I've achieved all of my goals for the year. You know, at the end of every single year, I set a goal on Twitter, and you know, the New Year's goal for my channel. I want to have XYZ. I want to do this. I want to do that. I looked at that old post, the one I made for Twitter, and I saw that I had met all of my goals for the year for streaming, and I'm only halfway in. We're only halfway through the year and I've already met my goals. Like my goals were like, I wanted to get I wanted to get to 1.5k on Twitch. I mean, we're at like 2,000 now, right? Like, it's kind of insane. I'm really happy. I'm really happy about it. I'm really happy. I'm happy. Quick hi from Iceland. Hi, Mickey. I did not know you were in Iceland. Hi. Yeah, I'm really happy with my community. I'm happy with how things are going and with streaming. And streaming brightens my day. Like, I really hope that my streams help brighten your days, but it also, like, it works in both ways. Like, I've noticed that, like, if I'm in, like, a bad mood or something, like, I'm really upset this thing happened. If I start streaming, I'm probably going to be in a good mood, like, 10 minutes in. Like, it's that quick. It's that quick of a change. Like, streaming is, being a VTuber is like, I guess you could say it's a form of escapism, you know. How for a while I didn't stream. When I became a teacher, I didn't want to stream on the weekdays because I thought it would be too much to like come home from work and to stream. But then this year I tried streaming during like the weekdays, like while I was streaming, like while I was working. Not while I was working, but you know, after I got home from work. And I found out that actually streaming helps me wind down from like a long day at work. You know, like, because when I stream, I'm Cyan, and I'm not thinking about anything outside of being Cyan. I'm thinking about how my tail wags so fast. I'm thinking about making sure I smile a lot so that you can smile. I'm thinking about all the cool little things that happen in the day that I want to talk about. Okay, bye, Panda. Thanks for stopping by, Blitzy. And it's just, I don't know. It just VTubing makes my life better. It just makes me happier. I don't know. Like, I'm just a happy being Thanks for the subscribe, Yuki. Welcome to the leaders of the parade. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Doesn't brighten my day, it brightens my evening. Get it? Because it's nighttime where I'm at. You know, it's funny because it's nighttime for you. That means that when I do a my nighttime streams, my yapping after bark streams is what we're going to call it. My yapping after bark streams, it's going to be your mornings. This is gonna get confusing. Yeah, Panda. There are like 3 different pandas that have followed me in the past, literally week, honestly. Hi, Corey. Hi, 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 hi. But yeah, I'm pretty happy. I'm a happy bean. Although, I noticed that YouTube is trying its hardest to make me not a happy bean. I don't know why people on like YouTube comments are so mean. You know, it's crazy because when I first started like making TikToks and shorts and stuff, I actually expected the platform I expected to give me a lot of flack was Instagram, because I watch Instagram reels all the time, and like any like popular Instagram video that goes around, you open up the comment section and it's like bad, like they're clouding the person, they're super mean. That's what I expected when I went on Instagram. But and I even expected like TikTok to be like a lot mean too. No, it's YouTube. YouTube is the mean platform. They're so mean over there. They're so mean on YouTube. It's so weird. It's not what I expected. Thank you for the bitty bits too. I appreciate it. You guys are so nice. You guys are so nice. With like the subscriptions I'm getting, like I'm getting this month, and like the bitty bits, I'm probably going to be able to pay for a manager for another month so that I can pump out more content. The manager is really nice. She makes thumbnails and stuff for me. She'll like find sounds for my ASMR videos for me. Like, she just makes my life easier. I love her. Right now she's working on a schedule for me to work on so that I can have more consistent content. I don't really have a schedule. I just stream whenever I feel like it. I edit stuff whenever I feel like it. But now we're making set days and times in which I do things, so that I can keep up with everything. And I meet with them tomorrow. I'm so excited. They're gonna have a schedule. They said they're making a class style schedule. So like at this time, I'm gonna work on this. At this time, what instrument does your character play? This what instrument do I play? I play trumpet. I have marched trumpet for 6 years, and I played trumpet for 9. My trumpet's actually next to me. It's actually in my room at this room at all time. YouTube is mean. Yeah, Panda. YouTube is very mean. I don't check and comments often on YouTube, but whenever I do, I usually find like a mix of like positive and like really negative ones. It's so weird. It's the only platform that gives me trouble. Like TikTok and Instagram be like, oh my god, what a nice reel, I love this person, your character is so cool. And I go on YouTube and they're like, I can't believe you told people to smile. Why did you say that? Like, it's kind of crazy. YouTube, the content is like, you good baby, and Instagram is like, shut it, how dare you. For me, it's the opposite. Instagram is like, hey, oh my god, her design is so cute. Look at the way her tail wags. Oh man, I gotta catch her stream. She's so nice. And YouTube, but they're like, oh my god, how dare you call yourself a marching band dog when you don't have gold buttons? What a terrible design. I'm like, oh my god. It's like night and day. It's really crazy, actually. Like, they're really intense on YouTube, and I don't know why. I've been just like deleting comments on YouTube. I know that's like taboo. I know you're not supposed to like delete comment, but like if the comment is like just negative and like no like feedback, then I delete it. But if it's like a feedback thing, like a criticism, that's different. I keep those. I now like respond to it. But like if they're just like terrible, I hate this, and those ones get removed. But like I get those a lot. You delete them all the time. I know you're not supposed to delete them because, like, you know, freedom of speech and whatnot. But like at the same time, there's a certain level of like, okay, I don't want to tolerate this one. This one's a little much. We have been bathed in cynicism and sarcasm after years of being dunked on. I've noticed. Like, it's weird. I posted a lot of YouTube. I only check the comments sometimes, so I don't really know the comments on all my posts. I check comments on TikTok and Instagram more often than YouTube. Mostly because YouTube does a terrible job of notifying me about comments. Like Instagram and like TikTok have ways where you can literally just like press comments and it'll like show you all the comments on recent videos. YouTube doesn't do that, so like I just don't see them half the time. Welcome to the Puppy Parade Firebrand. But when I do, I think the two TikToks, YouTube shorts I got into most hate on were literally, it is a giant Nintendo Switch TV, yes. Literally, were the least controversial posts I have ever made. Well, okay, bye Mickey. Thanks for stopping by. They were literally the least controversial posts I have ever made on, and those were the ones that people were very upset about. Nice to meet you too. The two most like negative ones I had, like one was just me saying I'm a marching band dog, I'm not a nurse. And so many people were mad about that. They were so eggy. I was like, why is this making people mad? I was like, I posted some things that I can see people like getting like mad about. Like there's literally a post of me literally just squealing into the microphone. Like I can see people like commenting like cringe or something, but no, people were fine with that. But when I was like, I'm a marching band dog, they were like, how dare you call yourself a marching band dog when you don't have buttons? I was like, why are we mad about that? Are y'all okay? And then the other post that I got the most hate on YouTube, I kid you not, is the post that I said that to be happy, to help yourself get happier in life, you need to surround yourself with happier things. Like if you're like sad or depressed all the time, but all you do all day is listen to sad music and like have friends that are negative and they just feed into that energy, then it's going to feed into your sadness and it's going to make your sadness worse. And that was a controversial take apparently. I had no idea. People were like, this is dangerous advice for someone with depression. I was like, having positive friends, telling people to be more selective with their friends and to like not listen to sad songs is controversial, is dangerous. I was like, bro, I got like 4 different comments saying that those were dangerous. And I was like, huh? And they were like, you don't have depression, you wouldn't understand. And I was like, actually, I was diagnosed with depression back in like 2017, but go pop off, I guess. It was so bad. It's always the ones that I least expect, bro. It'd be my most positive, my most uplifting post that people are like, oh my god, how dare you? I can't believe she told people to stop listening to sad songs. Dangerous. She's going to cause like mass chaos because she recommended not listening to sad songs when sad. How dare she wish us happiness and rainbows? How dare you be positive? I don't know, man. I was very confused, honestly. And no one elaborated either. Like I replied like, how is this dangerous? Because like I've had like 4 different therapists in my life, and that is like the first thing they tell you, like in therapy. I've had 4 different therapists. I'm not crazy, you are. I'm just kidding, I'm not crazy. No one's crazy. I think therapy is actually really good for people. I do recommend therapy for people who might need it. Yeah, I had 4 different therapists, and that's like one of the common things that every single one of them said. They're like, okay, well, what kind of like shows do you watch? Like, what kind of like music do you listen to? And I'm like, why does that matter? They're like, just tell me. And I'd be like, well, I listen to emo music because it resonates with me. And they would be like, okay, so don't do that. It's like the first thing they tell you if you like mention anything about that. Conspiracy theory, the toxic marching band kids got to you first. Well, also like with the marching band things, a lot of people who like, I've said it like on the previous streams though, but like a lot of people who like don't know I'm a marching band person. It's just people who weren't in bands. You know, when you think of bands, you think of the stereotypical ones with like the gold buttons, the golden tassels, the gold like little clippy clips that can like connect the buttons. But like most bands aren't that. Like if you actually march in the band, they don't look at that. The stream is lagging. I have to look into that. Twitch does say that my bit rate is too high, which is not true. I don't know why I keep saying that, and it's lagging people. Well, I had to look into that. What do they do in therapy? In therapy, honestly, in therapy, they do whatever you want them to do. Like, it's up to you. You have to be open and tell them, like, your problems, the things that you're struggling with, and they really just, like, get you good advice for it. Like, I enjoyed therapy in the times that I have it because I went for 2 different things, right? In 2017, I was diagnosed with depression. I forgot the specific term for it because it's been so long since I saw that diagnosis. And I don't really consider myself depressed anymore. It lasted for like, I'm gonna say my depression lasted for about like 3 or 4 years. Right now I'm fine. I don't really resonate with that anymore. But I was told that once you've had a depressive episode, you're more likely to have one, like 90% chance you'll have another one. So like it stays on your record. So like even though like currently I'm not like depressed and I'm like just doing just fine, it's still like on my record. I was diagnosed with depression and generalized anxiety disorder, GAD. Guess who popped up on my recommended page? Hello! We're talking deep talks right now. We're talking about therapy and whatnot. I've been to 4 different therapists because I was diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder, GAD, which that one I'm still a very anxious being, and depression, right? Back in 2017, this was a million years ago. I went to therapy for both things. The first time I went to therapy, like the first 2 therapists were solely for depression. And then as I got out of depression, I moved on to a different therapist and we talked about anxiety instead. For depression and anxiety, when you go to therapy, you tell them how you feel. And they give you methods for dealing with it. Like more so like when you have depression, they give you like coping mechanisms for how to deal with like, let's say you like got like a panic attack. How do I get myself out of a panic attack? Oh, I'm feeling nervous. What do I do to prevent myself from feeling so nervous? Like how can I get my nerves to go calm down? If you're depressed, how can I make myself maybe feel better in the moment when like my depression is at its worst and it's like lowering it? When it's at its lowest, that is what I'm saying. When like you're at your saddest. Like I like therapy. I think it helped. I think it helped a lot, especially with anxiety. To be honest, I've learned a lot from anxiety, like therapy, over the years. Welcome to the Poppy Parade, Silent Hero. I've learned a lot. They say therapy isn't for everyone. I mean, that's true, but at the same time, you have to be really open to like gain something from therapy. Like if you go into therapy going, this isn't going to help me, why am I even here? Then of course it's not going to help you, like obviously. And I feel like a lot of people who say like therapy wasn't for me literally just walked in there. A lot of people who do that like they just don't like the idea of therapy. So they, as soon as they get it, because maybe someone pressured them into doing it, they're like, I don't want to be here, it doesn't help. Therapy doesn't help if you don't do your homework. Therapists will give you homework. They'll say, okay, next time you're feeling this way, try doing this. And you have to do your homework. They will give you homework. You gotta do it. You got to. I'm listening, so it's all fine. Okay. iPhone isn't good enough. Bro, I'm using my $120 phone. That's crazy. My friend tell me therapy doesn't work. Like I said, it depends on the person. It depends on how open you are to it, but it also depends on the person too, because not everybody is going to be better from a conversation and some homework, you know. For me, it was helpful. I liked it a lot. It helped fuel who I am today and what I do when I'm anxious. And I'm also very knowledgeable about like anxiety too, as a result, which I think is important when like learning to cope with something that you're stuck with. Yeah, like I'm stuck with anxiety. It's not going to go away. It gets better if you take like eat the right kinds of foods, take the right kinds of supplements, and do what you've learned. But like it doesn't go away. Like I will always have generalized anxiety disorder. So something like that, I feel like it's very useful. I don't know. I think about online therapy, but I've actually done that online therapy. Also hi Mexican friend. I'm from Mexico. Hello Mexico friend. I've heard. So I did do online therapy. I did BetterHelp, and I know that people talk down about BetterHelp because the way BetterHelp's terms of service is literally functions like, yeah, we have like therapists here, but if a therapist doesn't do their job as to helping you, shrug. LOL. So like people who've had good experiences with BetterHelp was literally just because they haven't had a good therapist and not because it was like BetterHelp. But I had BetterHelp for a while and I did find it useful when I had it, simply because the lady I was talking to was really nice. I've heard experiences of people getting someone who's like really mean and like terrible and making it worse. But I had, because they don't like, at least back then they didn't vet like the therapist very well. I don't know if like that's changed because that was like a thing that was happening years ago. You're from India? Hello. But at least it was helpful to me. You could message that person all the time. Like they have like a texting feature. You can literally text that person 24/7. Like I would be like, man, today I'm miserable because of blah blah, and they would be like, I'm here for you. Like it was literally like a pocket, like it was a pocket emotional support person. I actually really like that. And you don't have to, when you do BetterHelp, you actually don't have to do like video call, voice call and stuff. You can solely just text this person, and that's what I did when I had it for a while. My parents paid for it when I went off to college because, you know, I was on antidepressants at the time of starting college, and like I was away from, like I was like 2.5 hours away from the house, and my parents were a little worried about me going off somewhere else, knowing full well what my mental state was like at the time. So they got me BetterHelp, and I liked it. I think it was pretty cool. I think it was pretty cool. Compliment you, Panda. Panda, I appreciate you being here. I do. I appreciate you giving me advice whenever I need it. I'm like, hey, Panda, what do you think about this outfit idea? And you're like, yes or no. I appreciate you being really honest too, and not just hyping me up no matter what I do. Right? Yeah, you need honest people in your corner. I appreciate you sitting in the voice chat when even if nobody is there, because it gets people active and wanting to join if they see somebody else there. I appreciate all of that. I appreciate you, Panda. Welcome to the puppy parade. No tofu. Welcome. As someone who may or may not have seasonal depression, the idea of therapy still scares me. I don't know, I never had a chance to diagnose it. Therapists actually don't diagnose. Fun fact. There's a difference between a psychiatrist and a therapist and a psychologist. Those are all different. A therapist and a psychologist are basically the same. I actually don't know the difference between a psychologist and a therapist, but they can't diagnose you. What they can do is they can listen to you talk, and they can suggest that you go to a psychiatrist to get officially diagnosed. They can be like, based on what we have talked about, I recommend you getting a psychiatrist, or but you don't have to. Like, you don't have to do that. If you just wanted a diagnosis and you don't want all the therapy to come with it, psychiatrist is what you need. A psychiatrist does not give you therapy. A psychiatrist, you walk in there, I'm sad. I feel this. Okay, do you feel this? Yes. Okay, do you feel this? Yes. Okay, do you feel this? Okay, you have anxiety. Okay, you have depression. You want some meds? Yeah? Or no? Like that's what the psychiatrists do. They don't do it therapy. So like people who like want to get diagnosed, you don't have to go to therapy for that. You literally can just have a psychiatrist. Just a single psychiatrist appointment is enough to give you a diagnosis. Like that's all it takes. I had therapy, and then my therapist recommended I go to a psychiatrist to get diagnosed because she felt like at the time medication would benefit me, and it did. At the time, I do think being on antidepressants was helpful. I got off of them as soon as I could, though. I took 75 milligrams of Zoloft for about a year and a half. I'm glad I took it because of like my mental state. It was important at the time. However, I didn't like being on it, which is why as soon as I felt like ready, I got off of it. That's why I was only on it for like a year. I was because it made me a robot. It's not like that for everybody because everyone has different experiences with meds. Some people like it genuinely like just makes them feel better. For me, an antidepressant being on Zoloft, it muted my emotions. It muted all of my emotions. So if I was like really sad about something, I would only be a little bit sad. But on the contrary, if I was really happy about something, I was only a little bit happy. Or if I was angry about something, I'd only be a small. Like it took all of my like emotions and put them into a smaller bucket, which at the time was useful because I mean I had depression back then, so I was literally sad all the time. So like it didn't matter that the rest of the emotions were like muted, because as long as the sad feelings was muted, I was good to go. But that's why I got off of it as soon as possible. Like once I started feeling like a lot of other emotions that weren't just sad all the time, that's when I was like, okay, it's time for me to get off of it. Because I was like, there's no point of being on this meds no more, you know? Welcome to the Puppy Parade, Agent! How does meds help with depression? Oh yeah, that's what I was just explaining. It's useful just for some, not useful for others. Also the side effects. Oh lord, we all know about those commercials where they advertise like the pills, different pills and stuff, and they talk really quickly at lightning speed, and they're like, welcome to the Puppy Parade, growth man. And they talk really fast to go through like the different types of like side effects. It's true. Oh my god, it's true. Oh my god, the side effects of getting on Zoloft that I had the first week were so intense. I literally had a different side effect each day. I considered going to the hospital because I thought I was gonna die. It was that bad. It was that bad. Hello, Maruto. It was that bad. But the side effects, I mean, they went away after about a week. I even had a name for that week. It was so bad. But after that week, it was fine. It was the first week. Like there was one day I was literally in slow motion. Like I was moving at a snail's pace, and my brain was processing things really slow. Like my whole body was slow. Like I was moving very slowly, and my brain was processing things slow. I don't think my body took well to that medicine, to be honest. I think I had Cyan's. Some of the side effects I had were actually similar. We're actually on the list of like side effects of people who can't tolerate those things, and you should go to the hospital immediately. But I didn't go to the hospital. It worked out. But yeah, read those pamphlets. Like if you do decide like ever to get like the antidepressants or something, read the pamphlets, please. Be aware of what side effects are dangerous and what's not. I had some of the dangerous side effects, but I made it through. Was not a good thing. That's not a good. I should have, like, as soon as I experienced that, I should have gotten off of it. But I was like, at the time, I was like, I really wanted some sort of meds to help me. That like, I just didn't care. It was real. Don't be like me, please. Take care of yourselves. Take care of yourselves. Never been able to describe how antidepressants feel. That's a perfect description. Yeah, it takes all your emotion and it just puts it in a bucket. Takes all your emotions and puts it in a bucket, which for some people that's a good thing, because if you're only feeling sad a lot, then it doesn't matter that the other emotions are in a bucket. You just want the sadness to be in the bucket. But then once you start feeling more things, like you start feeling a little bit of happiness here and there, a little bit of anger here and there, you start feeling other stuff, then you get off of it. And it's a thing. It's a whole thing. It puts in the bucket. Experienced tofu? No, I've never seen tofu before. Good morning, Miss. Good morning. Don't take if you are allergic to this medicine. Talk to your doctor before. Yeah, I mean, you also can't get antidepressants without a psychiatrist, so they'll tell you. Although my psychiatrist lied to me. Girl said, "Oh, you're just gonna get some mild headaches as a side effect." And then I got like every side effect on the list, bro. It was bad. There was one day I was so nauseous, and then the next day I was moving in slow motion, and my brain was like thinking very slowly. Another day I remember another day like I had no emotions at all. Like my best friend was like telling me like some tragic story, and I was just like, okay, and she was really mad at me about that. And I told her, I was like, I'm sorry, I'm having side effects from the meds. It'll be gone by tomorrow. And it was gone by tomorrow. I literally had like a different side effect every day. It was so insane. It was so crazy. I had never experienced something like that before. But it's something. Super symptoms, high effects. I had meds that made it hard to breathe. Yeah, I'm super sensitive to side effects too, especially like I have to take antibiotics a lot because I get sick a lot as a teacher, and man, that's one of the biggest problems I have is the side effects with because what's the word antibiotics, those side effects are really harsh on your tummy. So like I've had like crazy stomach aches just from trying to cure like some bacterial infection. It's so bad. It's so bad. I'm trying to find a med to help with anxiety, chest pains, but been self-medicating the last few years. The chest pains are almost gone. Just have chest pains and my anxiety is unbalanced. Yeah, what do you mean fun? I don't think I've talked about anything fun yet. This has been a serious conversation for like the past like 30 minutes. And bro's like, oh my god, this sounds like fun. I would love to be a part of this. Now, I can recommend what I use for anxiety, but don't copy me because every person's body chemistry is different. But I just looked into I really just started studying supplements, like nutrients, minerals, things that your body needs, but you might not be getting enough in your day-to-day diet. I just started looking at the different kinds of things that your body needs that maybe help with anxiety. And through that research, I learned that there was certain stuff that I just wasn't getting a lot of because the type of foods I eat, I don't eat very good. I eat like unhealthy foods, and at the time I wasn't really eating much at all. So I was just missing vital nutrients. So I started doing some research on important nutrients and which ones affect your anxiety, and I found magnesium's a big one. And then I looked at the list of foods that you get magnesium from, and I realized I don't eat any of that. So I realized I was very magnesium deficient on my own. That was a single cert. So then I started taking magnesium supplements, and at least for me, I know I wasn't getting magnesium at all. So now that I started taking supplements, actually that's made me a lot better actually. Obviously it doesn't cure me, right? Little supplements not going to cure your anxiety, but it has made it better. I take magnesium glycinate, which is good for it's good for sleep and relaxation. And magnesium is a mineral your body naturally needs. So it's not taking a pill or something. You're literally just taking something you need. I also take I also started taking a general vitamin, a multivitamin, because I realized that I realized that the foods I eat are so bad. I'm not good at eating healthy. And I noticed that eating a multivitamin has helped me so much. Multivitamins has helped me so much. So I take those two things now, and my anxiety has gotten better because of it. I know this because I ran out of magnesium one time and I stopped taking it for a whole week. And during that week, my driving anxiety came back and all these other anxieties came back, and I was like, wow. Because I thought I was making progress on my anxiety on my own from just going out and doing things until I stopped taking the supplement for a single week, and then I was like, okay. Yeah, no, it's not from my hard work. It's literally because I'm taking magnesium now. I love magnesium glycinate. There's also something called L-theanine. That's also good for anxiety. L-theanine is the supplement that you find in tea leaves. You know, how people drink tea as a way to calm you down. What's in that tea is L-theanine. That's the thing that calms people from teas. And you can actually buy that supplement directly, L-theanine, and where they extract it directly from the teas and just put it in a little pill thing for you to swallow. I only use L-theanine sometimes. It doesn't really help me as much, but I've heard stories of it helping other people. So that's also something to try. It's literally from tea. They just extract the L-theanine from the. I think it's mostly green tea. I believe it was that came from. So they take it from the green tea. Take it out the green tea and then put it in there, because that's what you're drinking when you drink a tea and you're oh, this tea promotes calmness. That it's because it has a lot of L-theanine in it. That's all it is. And I don't like tea, so you can either drink tea or you can take L-theanine instead. Could make it to work today because I didn't have gas money. Boss proceeded to ask why I don't have money, bro. I guess not having gas money would be a problem, huh? Do you live far away? Are you far away from your work? I'm around the corner from my job. In theory, I could walk there. It would probably be a 30-minute to an hour walk. In theory, I could walk to my job if I ever needed to, but I'm lazy. Honestly, if I couldn't get there, I just couldn't get there. Eat your veggies, kids. Yeah, you gotta eat your veggies. That's a problem with me. I don't eat vegetables. I think they taste nasty, so I don't eat vegetables. And as a result, I'm like, there's so many like minerals and things I'm missing. I know I'm missing a lot because I don't eat my vegetables. I eat fruits. I'll eat oranges and strawberries and blueberries, and I drink smoothies all the time, and I like grapes. But the only like quote unquote vegetable I eat is literally like lettuce. If you even call lettuce a vegetable. Also, there will be an ad break in 30 seconds. Okay? In 30 seconds, I will do a 3-minute ad break. During that time, I'll have my Be Right Back screen on, and I'll go get some waters. I'll go like get a little snack. I'll do something. So you guys need to make sure that during that time you go take care of yourself too. Go stretch, get some waters, get a snack, go to the bathroom. I always go to the bathroom during the break because I had to go to the bathroom a lot. And since I have 3-minute breaks, it makes it easier to do that without interrupting the flow of the stream. Alright. I'll be right back, okay? In 3 more minutes. I'll be back in 3 minutes. 3 minutos! 3 minutes! Be right back! Ah! tomatoes. Bienveni tomatoes. Hi. I don't like vegetables. I don't like vegetables. They're nasty. I get people are like, you should grow up, okay? And does growing up mean that my taste buds change? Because they most certainly have not. I always thought that was really like a weird concept. Like you get past a certain, like you're a kid, and then you get past a certain age, and then suddenly you're supposed to be a whole different person. Suddenly you're not supposed to like bold colors and like bold and vibrant colors anymore. Somehow you're supposed to like the things that you disliked as a child. I always thought that was really weird. Like I've had people tell me to like grow up because I like to wear a lot of pink and stuff, but I'm like, guys, I don't know how y'all function, but I'm like the same person I was when I was younger, just smarter. Okay, I still like the same things, I still dislike the same things. I don't understand how like people like transform as soon as they become an adult. Like they're like, I'm an adult, I don't like bright colors anymore, I only wear red and navy blue and gray and black, and I have to decorate my house in all grays because I'm an adult now. Yeah, I like colors when I was a child. You know, I like having literally any color on the planet. But now I can only have those same dull colors because I'm built different. Like I just don't understand that. I just don't understand that concept. Or yeah, I hated vegetables when I was a kid, but I'm an adult now, so suddenly I magically like them. Like, huh? I always want to try Brussels sprouts. The only vegetable I'll eat and not hate is like green beans. I like green beans. I think they're okay. I've always kind of liked green beans. That is the only vegetable I'll eat. Is lettuce a vegetable? If you count lettuce a vegetable, yeah, I eat meat and lettuce. I eat spinach. I put spinach in a sandwich. Whenever I make sandwiches, I don't use lettuce anymore. I used to put lettuce in my sandwich. I put spinach now. That's it. I eat spinach. I like putting spinach in sandwiches. It makes me feel like a healthy being. Ew, veggie hater? Yeah, I am. I hate vegetables. They're gross. I never outgrew my sweet tooth. So like I like eating chocolate, and I like eating. Nah, I said chocolates. Why did I even say that? I don't even like chocolate. I don't even like chocolate. I'm a dog. The only chocolate I'll eat is in candy form, like candy bar form, like a Snickers or like a Twix. I won't eat any other form of chocolate. Like, don't give me chocolate cake. Don't give me a chocolate cookie. Don't give me a chocolate ice cream. I only like chocolate if it's in like candy bar form. I don't know. Maybe I'm just built different. Yeah, candy. I play with Legos as much as I want. No, literally, I literally played with Legos not too long ago. Like a kid Lego, not the adult. Like, oh, put this thing together. No, like literally, we had a meeting, in the media center, when like at the end of the school year, I had a meeting in the media center, and because in the year the kids really just go in the media center and play all day. So since we had a meeting there, they still had like the Legos and stuff out at every table because it was just set up for like the next day and whatnot. And when I tell you, I was building stuff the entire meeting. And it's funny because the media teacher, she looked at me and she's like, well, I'm glad somebody's finding use out of those. Just make sure you wash your hands when you're done because kids are gross. And I was like, I know. I understand. I mean, I teach kindergarten. So. Like, and I was the only one messing with this. No, sorry, there was one other person who was building Legos. There was one other person who was doing it. Like, come on now, you're gonna sit me at a table with boxes full of Legos, and you don't. I'm not supposed to do anything with it. Like, are you crazy? What about chocolate milkshake? Ew, that's even worse. Chocolate in liquid form is nastier than chocolate in like candy bar form. The hierarchy of like chocolates, I guess, would be like candy bar chocolates at the top. Then a chocolate chip cookie I can eat as long as it's not like too much chocolate. Like if there's more cookie than there is chocolate, right? Then beneath that, in terms, then it gets like the thing that I don't like, which is nasty, just straight up nasty. We got like the chocolate ice cream is really nasty, but it's even nastier when you liquefy it and put like a chocolate milkshake. So gross. Good thing I don't like chocolate. I'm a dog. I'm glad I'm not inclined to eat too much of it. I might die. I'm gonna get poisoned. No one to poison myself. That wouldn't be good. So I don't like chocolate. It's not that good. There's nothing good about it. There's nothing good. Have you ever tried Arizona juice? Like the teas? I mean, I've had like the Arizona like little, yeah, like little canned Arizonas. The things haven't gone up in prices, so they're still like 99 cents. Kotaru likes those. Oh no. Oh no. Scrode. Why do I do this every time? Why do I do this every time? Welcome to the Poppy Parade, Jenu. Road. Okay. I do this every time. Every time. I see your name and like that little sound effect is like, oh no. Dun 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 plays in my head, bro. It's scary out here. I do this every time. It's literally just road. And every time I look at your name, I'm like, what do I say? What do I do? I'm sorry. I'm gonna get it eventually, okay? I'm gonna get it someday. Okay, don't feel too bad. My name is Cyanica, and a lot of people don't get that either. I've been called Cynthia, Cynica, Cyanthica, specifically... Can I say that? Yeah, I'm gonna say it anyways. Bungo Taiga used to... When I used to, like, hang out in their streams, they used to call me something different every time. For some reason, they always felt inclined to respond to my message despite having like 100 people watching. And they'd always be like, Cynthia, Cyanthica, Synanika, and it was so crazy. I know they're like a more controversial figure these days, which is why I was like, should I mention that? But that was before they were controversial. It was like literally like back in like 2021 when I first made my account. I wake up and my eyeballs burn. Are you a vampire? Is it because it's daytime? Try Minecraft with horror mods? Dude, I would literally cry if I did. I'm such a big baby. I'm the biggest baby on the planet. If I tried Minecraft, if I had a Minecraft with horror mods, I would cry. I would cry so bad. Dude, I have so many horror games that I've never touched. Like, I have Phasmophobia. I've played Lethal Company before. That's fun. I do want to play Repo. I do plan on streaming Repo with Rainbow Meadows eventually. I was supposed to join them last week. Well, then, like, I was in, like, a terrible mood that day. I canceled because I was in a terrible mood, and I had to, like, prepare for, like, my parents coming over the next day. Like, it was last Tuesday. I sat out on that one, even though I was supposed to be there, but... next time, I do want to play Repo. Cyan with P herself? I probably would. I'm already... When I play Minecraft, I'm already scared of, like, going in caves and stuff. Like, I'm already, like, super terrified of... I'm super terrified of literally just existing at nighttime. And you want me to play a horror mod? But the whole game is horror to me. The whole game... I don't even go, like, mining in caves by myself. Ever since they, like... I miss the old caves. You know the ones where they were just like a circle that lead back to the top. Like, it was really like a thin tunnel. I miss that. Now that there's, like, gigantic open caves, it scares me. It scares me so bad. I'm such a little wimp. The least scariest mod would be the arachnophobia. But I have arachnophobia. The arachnophobia mod sounds miserable. I wouldn't want that. I would cry. I don't like spiders. I literally went into the bathroom. Like, I went to the bathroom. I always go to the bathroom between, like, be right back screens. I literally went to the bathroom and I got jump scared. I saw something at the corner of my eye and I thought it moved. I'm like, and it turned out it was literally just a ribbon. And I thought that ribbon was a spider. I thought it was a huge spider. It wasn't even, like, spider colored. It was red. It was a red ribbon. Alright, I'm sitting differently. Okay. It was literally a red ribbon. And I got so scared. I was so scared. I'm such a little wimpy girl. Any spiders in my bathroom are welcome to stay. No, you like bugs? Oh, I'm more of an RPG guy. Best one is Persona 5 Royal. Ooh, I never played Royal. I actually never played Persona. I watched Kotaru play Persona 5 from start to finish. I also watched him play Persona 4 from start to finish. And then he watched me play Persona 3 from start to finish. So we got the Persona series together. That was back when we were both in college and had too much time on our hands. Now he's living with me and
we don't have too much time in our hands anymore because now he's fully employed and I'm fully employed, except for during the summer because I'm a teacher and I'm unemployed for these like 2 months. My last paycheck was May 31st, and my next paycheck is August 31st. So we're a little money draw right now. We're okay. We're okay. I am starting to dip into my savings though, which I mean is expected. If I chose not to work this summer, obviously I'm gonna have to dip into my savings. Persona 2 takes a wild turn. He tried to play Persona 2, but I can't remember what it was. I think that was the one that had like a ton of like random encounters or something, and it was like really eating at Kotaro. He's like, I can't play this game anymore. I can't play this game anymore. It's crazy because random encounters used to be the standard, but now, like, that's not like normal anymore. Now when I try to go back and play a game with random encounters, I get so irritated because like we don't need random encounters anymore, because now technology has advanced enough to where they can just put the enemy dudes on the screen. So we don't need random encounters anymore. But it's like I play old games with random encounters and I get angry. I get really angry when I do. I tried to replay Final Fantasy X because I remember loving that game as a kid. But it was the random encounters, man, that stopped me from playing. You walk for like, you take 3 steps and it's like dun 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 dun. You take 2 more steps, dun 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 dun. And I was like, oh my god. It's crazy because I played so many Final Fantasy games as a kid, but I don't think I can replay them. I don't think my attention span with these and my patience with these random encounters will let me. I don't think it'll let me. Man, there's a car outside going. It won't let me. Like I played Here, let me tell you all the Final Fantasy games I played. Now I said played, not completed. Okay, those are 2 different things. These are the Final Fantasy games I have played. I played Final Fantasy 4, 5, 6. I didn't like 7. I watched my brother play a little bit of 7, but I didn't play that one. 8. Yeah, I played 8. I didn't play 9. 10. 10 2. 12. 13. 13 2. I tried 13 Lightning's Returns, hated it. I played 14 for a little bit as a white mage. 15. I love 15. Oh, I love 15. Bunch of bros on a road trip. What a lovely idea. And Kotaru's playing 16. He's like a third of the way through the game. Hasn't played it in a while though. But I played so many Final Fantasy games. I was always obsessed with Square Enix. Like whatever Square Enix put out, I would buy. I'm still kind of a Square Enix girly. I do like a lot of their stuff. I just feel like they're going like a different direction as of late, and I don't know how I feel about the direction. I like turn-based content, but I feel like turn-based is phasing out. Just like turn-based is definitely phasing out, and I don't like that. I love turn-based concepts. I do. I like being able to sit down and like think about my next move. But everything's becoming reactionary now. Like everything's becoming action gameplay. Like even Final Fantasy 15 was the first action-y gameplay, which I liked 15. It was simple and it was kind of easy because by the end of the game I was so rich that I bought infinite amount of Phoenix Downs and potions, so I just could not die. I was untouchable. They could not kill me. I had so much money and I put it all into, which is funny because I was like crazily underleveled in 15. I was crazily underleveled by the time I reached the end of the boss. But because I had so much money, it did not matter. You can outrich the game, okay? You could become so rich that it doesn't matter. And it was kind of insane because it wasn't like I was doing like a ton of side quests or grinding. I literally just like did the main quest and a handful of side quests, and I was so rich by the end. It was kind of and because I was so underleveled, the boss would like hit me once and I like had to use a Phoenix Down, but I had like 90 of them, so it didn't matter. It didn't matter. But yeah, I miss turn-based games. I really wish they'd like bring them back. I really wish they weren't phasing out as much as they are, but I understand why. We're at like a time now where we have the technology to do more, I guess you could say. And I think a lot of game people want to show off that they can do more. putting yourself in like a separate bubble, like a separate screen, just do a turn-based game, probably saved a lot of resources back in the day. But they don't need to save the resources like that anymore. Now we can just make fully reactionary games where you walk and throw hands with somebody, you know what I mean? Like, we don't really have to do that. So I feel like that's why we're going in that direction. Look at me out of Persona. Oh yeah, I love Persona. I played Shin Megami Tensei 5 for a little bit. I need to get back into that game. It's really hard. It's really difficult. I stopped playing it. I stopped playing it because I played it. I think it was before I was a Vtuber. I streamed it to Kotaru. Like I just let Kotaru watch me play. But then he became busy and he couldn't watch me play it for a while. And then I put the game down. It's like, well, if he's not gonna watch me, then I don't want to play it. I was like that with a lot of old games. But I don't really play story games anymore, so I don't really have that feeling. Most of the games I play now are like episodic games. I like playing games that you can just jump straight into, you know what I mean? Games that you don't have to worry about getting a recap of like what happened in the story because you worked for the past week and you didn't have time to play, and now you're jumping back in 7 days later and don't know what's going on. That's why ever since I got a job, I kind of start shifting away from those games. Just because I can't. I don't have the time to put into it. I don't have the time anymore. And I don't want to put the game down and then pick it back up like weeks later like, oh, I don't remember what's happening. Who is this character? What are they doing? Hi, Kina. How are you? How are you? So, that's why I've been playing like farm sims and stuff. I mean, I play Animal Shelter. Oh, you guys know that Animal Shelter like rescue game? I made a YouTube video like highlighting, and I also like streamed it like a week ago. They're making Animal Shelter 2. It's actually releasing like next week. It's releasing on the same day I go to the doctor, and it makes me kind of upset that it went in that timing. I gotta do my yearly checkup, and they released that thing on the same day I had to do my yearly checkup. How cruel! But that's okay. That's okay. I'm really excited. It's such a wholesome game. You literally just take care of animals all day. And the newer one looks like the graphics got like a big upgrade, and I'm hoping that you can actually go out and scout look for the animals to run your animal shelter. Oh, that'd be so fun. Like you're walking around in the woods like searching for any wandering animals, and then you find one, you gotta like feed them like under their chest. That'd be such a cool concept for a game. I feel like the animal game market is lacking. We had Nintendogs, and ever since Nintendogs, we haven't really had any like really strong entries for like animal care games, and I think that is a real shame. I think you could do a lot with that market. Uma Masumi, I mean, that was more like a gacha. It's a gacha anime, girl. Like at the end of the day, that's more of a management game, I'd say, than like an animal game. I mean, like a full like train your animals to like an actual dog to do like tricks and stuff and win in a competition, and then you can dress them up and you can go out and rescue animals and run your own shelter, stuff like that, you know. Monster Tamer, kinda. I love to play the game that's not involved my job too. Yeah. I do want to play Uma Musume. It's very management based. Yeah, it's very management based. I mean like one that's less management based, more like wholesome. It's like, I own a shelter. I go out and I go find the dogs. Like, I go out and I go in the woods and I go find, oh, that's a stray dog. Let's go help them on the spot. Get my med kit out on the spot. Oh, let's bandage his legs so we can take him to the vet. Give him lots of food so he trusts us, you know? It's very... do you eat dogs? I am a dog. I am a dog. I eat hot dogs. Is that what you meant? I can eat a hot dog. That's not actual dogs. I haven't played the Uma Musume yet. I do plan on doing that. I do want to stream it. I want to stream myself playing that game in the future, and I also want to stream myself playing Cooking Simulator, because I talk so much in my TikToks about how terrible I am of cooking. So I kind of want to do a Cooking Simulator. Just show off how amazing my cooking skills are. Yes, yes, yes. I'm Asian, but my family don't eat dogs, so I'd hope not. Welcome to the puppy parade, Levio. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. It's a brand new day. What you waiting for? Something. Hot dog, hot diggity dog, hot dog. Hot Oh, I was moving so much I made myself dizzy. My lawyer advised me not to answer that question. Oh my lord, y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. Guys, I am a dog. Are you gonna eat me? I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm gonna have to graduate. It's time for me to graduate as a VTuber. People are gonna eat me. I don't wanna be such a fate as being eaten. They are insane. Instant no. Insane people. Crazies. Big yawn. Hi, AP. What time is it? 1:46. We streamed for 2.5 hours. Man, I think it's kind of crazy. My ability to yap for 2.5 hours. I'd be like, I'm gonna do it just chatting stream, and then I like talk for like hours and hours straight. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. I know just chatting streams aren't for everybody. It's hard for some people to do just chatting streams. It's not hard for me though, man. I could yap your ear off for days with whoever listened. It's funny because growing up, I got made fun of for how much I like talked. People were like, oh my god, do you ever shut up? And I used to get made fun of, and people were so mean to me. And guess what? I was just meant to be a VTuber. I should have started streaming years ago. I should have started streaming the first time people told me that I the first time people told me that I talk too much. I already graduated high school with colors flying last month. Ooh, you graduated last month? Good job. Good job. You going off to college, or are you going to go straight into the workforce? What's your plan? You got plans for that? I went to college, sadly. It is my humble opinion, right? Because teachers don't get paid much. However, we get paid teachers get paid as if we like don't have a degree at all. It is my humble opinion that to fix the pay issue, like people whining about pay as teachers, to just make us not have to go to college for 4 years. I think 2 years. First of all of my courses repeated themselves, so anything I learned in the first year pretty much got repeated the other years. So like I just wasted time at college. I genuinely believe that like if they just let you be a teacher with an associate's degree, one, we wouldn't have the teacher shortage, right? Because it would be a lot easier to become a teacher. Two, people probably wouldn't complain about the pay as much because, you know, a bachelor's degree is not necessarily required. You just need to have an associate's degree, right? And maybe you get like a little boost of pay if you have a bachelor's degree, you know? Like, yeah, I feel like that would solve a lot of problems. Like, if we just... And also, I feel like I wasted time for 4 years. Like, once I did my first 2 years, I feel like I literally learned everything I needed for the rest of the year. Like, it was that bad. As an go to the college. Not everybody goes to college. You can do fine if you don't. There's ways. Maybe not at college, maybe like a trade school. I do agree that having some form of education is good, but maybe like a trade school, something like that, you know? Hello, Cyan. I'm really excited for October because my dental assistant class, I'm starting internships with various dentists, and this is exciting for me because I want to be a dentist. That's so good! I'm so proud of you. Good jobs. That sounds like fun. I'm proud of you. I remember when I did my teacher internship, man, I was so nervous, but I was also just so happy to be there, you know? It was so nerve-wracking though. But it was a good time, and it helps. And I like how you have to do internships, at least for some like jobs, before you can graduate, simply because it helps you determine if you actually like it or not. Like, I would love to know if I like this or not before I even make it there, you know? Oh, hi, Mirko! Hi! Doesn't matter what people say, talk until your heart explodes. Thank you. I will talk until my heart explodes. I'm really good at that. When I talk, I go, neuro. I'm a yapper, certified yapper. I'm a yapper, certified yapper. I'm certified dapper. Aha. Because I be looking fly. Sorry. We'll work to get money to pay for medication. Dang, are you in America? You sound American. Unfortunate. Yeah, that sounds like American. Because I'm in America too. That's how it is. Your shorts always make my day. I'm so glad.
I'm so glad my shorts make your day. I'm so glad, I'm so glad, I'm so glad.
Oh, I can't sing that song. I was about to break out into song, but some of the songs that I sing are very location specific, and I can't sing that one. I was about to sing a song from my college band that's like literally school. It's a school spirit song. I can't sing that one. It's about being glad though.
I'm very glad.
I finished my college. My job paid really well. Yeah. I finished college. My job does not pay very well, but that's because I'm a teacher. I signed up for this and I knew what I was getting into when I started, so it's not the worst thing on the planet, you know what I mean? I don't know how it is for other degrees, but a lot of them here, the first 1 to 2 years of breadth requirements are not relevant at all. Yep, that's how it works in America too. Yep, the first like few years of college classes just aren't worth anything. They're just like general ed, just to make sure that you can like count with using your fingers. And just to make sure that you can like, you know, you can take biology and you know like the basic the human anatomy. It's the basic stuff, yeah. Due to that persona, I made reference to it all the time. On the last day of school, I dressed up as Joker. Oh, that's cool. That's fun. On the last day of school too. That's really fun. You know what I did on the last day of my school? Not show up. I was already out. I was already gone. Shoot, you best bet I ain't never go to school on the last day. Never. I was like, we ain't learning nothing. I'm out. Actually, in high school, I was in the IB program, and in the IB program, our school is finished like we take our exams in May. While the school, like early May, I'm talking like May like 10th or something. While the rest of the school takes their exams in like June, like early June. So when I tell you in the IB program at my high school, we finished our exams and we did nothing for a month. Like, we would just hang out in our classrooms. We would wander around the school because they didn't really care where we were going. We'd visit other teachers and like our teachers we liked, and we'd just hang out in their room. Like, we just did nothing. You got to paint a ceiling tile at the school. I didn't do that though. I didn't really want to. You could paint a ceiling tile and like put it up there. So you had to paint. I like that tradition. College was both the best and worst years of my life, but looking back at it now, I miss being generally unemployed and sleeping in the student council room couch. I liked college. Was one of the better years of my life. I mean, I'm a lot happier now. I have a man's now. I wouldn't really want to go back in time to where I didn't have him with me, to be honest, because he's kind of divested, and I'm living with him now, but I will say that college was really fun. I literally just hung out with friends all day. I stayed in their dorm rooms 24/7. 24/7. I even slept over in their rooms multiple times. Like, it was just friends. It was a fun time. Fun time in college. I really enjoyed it. Because my classes were really easy, at least to me. They were like hard to other people, but they were super easy for me. I didn't really do much. I did like the bare minimum, and I would get like good grades and stuff. And it was just I don't know, it was just a fun time. It was really good. I played with my friends at the time, but I wouldn't want to go back in time. I wouldn't want to go back in time to I wouldn't want to go back to before me and Kotaro were dating, and like we were dating prior to college. I mean, we weren't dating like my first few years of college, so. Hi Jacob, you're here now. I'm glad that you're here. Welcome. What kind of shows do you watch being a teacher? I don't watch shows most of the time. Welcome to the Puppy Parade, Jacob. Most of the time, honestly, I spend a lot of my free time VTubing, so I'm an anomaly. I'm an anomaly. I don't watch nothing. I'm a VTuber. I literally in my free time I watch. I VTube. Like I'm making videos. I'm writing scripts. I'm editing. I'm doing other stuff. Or when I do, I watch YouTube a lot. I like Alpha Rad. He's pretty cool. He's pretty rad. I like watching like you know, murder mysteries, as every woman does. As every woman does. I like to watch murder mysteries. I like to watch 3 to 4 to 5 hour analysis on movies and like video games, because I'm a little nerd. Before I was watching hour-long like analysis of like Sonic games, and now it's moved on. Now I've been getting recommended like Mario, so I just finished watching a 3-hour YouTube video on breaking down Mario Sunshine. You OG? Yeah. College is rough. I'm studying for law to become. Oh, yeah, that sounds rough. Studying to be a teacher was not rough, bro. It was rough because I'm a dog. But, like, it wasn't rough. You know what I mean? It was really easy. It was really easy for me. Like, my classes for a lot of my classes where they were teaching us like they would teach a child, so that we understood what the children went through in classes. And so, like, I literally had like a class where, like, some of our classes we'd have to like create a lesson plan, and then we'd have to teach a lesson to the class, and we pretend like the college students were all like kids. The teachers would give us like baby assignments, like little like crossword puzzles and stuff that you would give like an actual child, because they wanted and then we talk about it afterwards, like what the significance of doing something small like that was. Like, when I say it was simple, like it made sense in terms of like my degree and like what I was doing, but like it was still really simple. I gotta go to work. Okay, I hope you have a good day too, Mirko. Thanks for coming. Allow me to ask, how many times have you burned ramen noodles because you didn't put water in it? One time. It was literally one time. It was only once. Now, however, I do like to joke about my mom and say that she can burn everything, and so much so that she even burnt water, because one day she was boiling water and then she left the stove on, and she literally came back upstairs and all the water had evaporated. She literally managed to burn water, bro. We like to make fun. I like to make fun of my mom for that sometimes. Girl literally burn water. How do you burn ramen noodle? You put it in the microwave and you don't put water in it on accident. You're mindlessly doing that. You don't put water in it, and it turns black. I realized my mistake. Sorry, I'm shifting again. I realized my mistake literally like a few seconds in, but that's like all it took. It literally took like less than 10 seconds for it to start turning black and like smoking in the microwave. It was bad. Whoopsie. I did to be fair, I was in like middle school. Okay, it was a long time ago. As a foreigner, which grade is the worst in your country? Which grade is the worst? Middle school, I would argue, is probably more troubling than, I would say, high school or elementary school. I feel like it takes a specific kind of teacher to tolerate middle school enough to be a teacher. Because elementary school, I know some people think that like elementary school is tough. I don't think it's anywhere near as tough as middle school, because I think about it. At middle school, the kids are, I'm in America, the kids are at the age where they are, they're at the age where like their hormones are starting to shift. Some of the kids are starting to hit puberty. As a result, they're like extremely emotional, extremely moody. I mean, they're the type of kids, once you hit middle school, they're the type of kids who would make fun of literally each other 24/7. It's when bullying is at its like highest. It's when bullying's at its highest, and you have to deal with that a lot. And like the bullying in middle school is like ruthless. A lot of kids start getting caught up in like really bad things. That tends to happen around middle school too. They start to partake in things they shouldn't partake in, and like I feel like middle school is just a hard time for that reason. At an elementary school, our challenges are like different. I mean, they start acting kind of like that once they hit like 4th and 5th grade. From an elementary school standpoint, from where I work at, 4th and 5th grade are the worst grades. The kids are constantly fighting. They just fight all the time in 4th and 5th grade. Constantly throwing stuff, talking back to the teachers, fighting them. You're not my mom, that type of thing. That mostly starts 4th grade. So at least in an elementary school, 4th and 5th grade has the most trouble. That's the grade level that has admin constantly rushing, the behavior person constantly rushing over there, like, we gotta go help them out. So, where you're from? I'm in America. I'm an American girly. I'm on the east coast of America. So I'm in the Eastern time zone, but that's as far as I go. I don't give specific locations. I've heard too many horror stories about like larger VTubers and people tracking their location down and stuff. So I don't give my birthday out. I don't give my age, my exact age. I don't give my location. I give broad stuff. So I can tell you that I'm on the East Coast. And my time zone is Eastern time zone. I can tell you I'm in my mid-20s. And that's about it. I can tell you that my birthday, my VTuber birthday is June 1st, but that's not my real birthday. So, so there's too many horror stories. There's so many crazy stories of like of people like tracking down VTubers and stuff and doing crazy things. So to avoid that, I stay as vague as possible. Also, what girl from Fortnite do I look like? Kindergarten isn't like terrible, but it does have its own different like issues. The biggest issue on with kindergarten is just the beginning of the school year. That's the hardest time. Because in the beginning of the school year, you get a ton of new kids. At my school, they don't speak English either, so I get a lot of kids who don't speak my language. But the thing is, parents aren't very mindful in the beginning of the school year, and it causes a lot of conflict, aka their kid will ride the bus by themselves for the first time, right? Because it's their first time going to school. They will get on the bus on the first day of school, which I would not put my kid on the bus on the first day of school. I would let them know, like I would want everyone to know who they are first, but they would put them on the bus the first day of school with no form of identification. No name, no like name tag, no tag on their book bag, nothing inside their book bag with their name on it. And then we have to guess and check. Hey, little friend, what's your name? Pumpkin. No, is that what your mom calls you? Yeah, they call me Pumpkin. Okay, so what is your name when your mom isn't calling you Pumpkin? Pumpkin, she always calls me Pumpkin. Okay, but like, what is your real name? Pumpkin. Like, it's a problem. The like first week of school of kindergarten is literally guessing as to who these kids are. They get off the bus, no identification. It's guess and check. You ask them questions. They give you a nickname because that's what their parents call them at home. So they don't know what their real name is. They think their name is Pumpkin. They think their name is Papito. I think the name is Papito. That's one of them I've heard. Some kids will be called something that's just not their name. Like their name could be like Jose, and they'll call them like Juan or something. And I'm like, what? It's guess and check. It's guess and check. You bring them to a classroom and say, I don't know who this kid is. Let's look at every kindergarten teacher's roster to see if there's a name that resembles it. Okay, no, there's literally, as we suspected, there's nobody named Pumpkin here. And then you have to like interrogate the kid and try to see if you can squeeze out what their actual name is. So bad. It's so, like, there's so many unidentified kids that just get off the bus and we just don't know who they are. The first week is so hectic as to how the staff, like an admin and like the other people, manage to find out who all these kids are and whose class they belong in. I don't know. The smart parents have a tag on their book bag saying, this is blah blah blah, here's a phone number and like an email address to contact. But they don't, most parents don't do that. They literally just go, bye Billy, and then Billy comes to school saying, my name is Pumpkin. What's your last name? Pumpkin? C. My last name is C. I'm Pumpkin C. And you're like, bro. Oh god, that's a nightmare and a headache and a hat. It's scary. It's scary. I literally had a kid in my class on the first day of school, and his name was we'll call him Johnny. Johnny, what's the last name? We'll call him Johnny John. Yeah. I had little Johnny John sitting in my class. Like, okay, this is my student Johnny John. I made Johnny John a name tag and everything. Okay, yeah, this is Johnny John. Yippee. Hey, Johnny John, you want to sit here? Here, put your book back up here. And 10 minutes later, a woman walks down the hallway with her son. And she goes, hey, are you Miss Blue? And I'm like, yeah, I'm Miss Blue. Yeah, I want to see something, Jacob. And I'm like, yeah, I'm Miss Blue. And they're like, oh, hey, this is Johnny John. And I'm like, huh? If this kid is Johnny John, who do I have sitting in my class with me right now? Who is this kid? If you're Johnny John, who is this Johnny John? Like, it was bad. Turns out there was 2 kids with the same first name. And we had gotten them mixed up because, of course, there's no identification on them and the kids don't know their last name. So it's, even though he knew his first name, he knew his first name was Johnny, he didn't know what his last name was. So when we just gave him a name and said, "Oh, are you Johnny John?" He said yes because he heard his first name. They don't know. It's really bad. It's scary. It's scary. Oh my god. The first week of kindergarten is so scary as a teacher. My Ming's friend Cookies is a 5th grade teacher. They go by MX instead of MS, and the kids, they have to correct other teachers to use MX. What do you even say with MX? Like, I don't know how you say that out loud. Like, MS is Miss, and you got Mrs. What is MX? What is that? I don't know. Like, I don't know what you would say. Mixes. I don't know. What is that? Yeah, I'm a kindergarten teacher. I just got texted by a guy that wants to interview me because of my stream. Yes, that's cool. Yes, get the bag, Panda. Get the bag. When I was walking to my elementary school during the grad walk, I saw my kindergarten teacher, and in my head, it's like, she's still working here. Yeah, my goal is actually to stay out of school long enough to see my first batch of kindergartners go off to 5th grade. Currently, my first batch of kindergartners will be 2nd graders next year, so I got a few more years before I see that. That's my goal. I don't want to switch schools or go anywhere else until I see them graduate 5th grade. So, it's in the box. Wait, how do I open the box? How do I open the box? What box? Thanks for the hydrate. Also, hi, Kimmy. Hey. You know what's also stressful about the first week as a kindergarten teacher? So not only do these kids not know their own names, they can't identify themselves. So you're like, who is this child who just got off the bus? Whose class do we belong in? You end up with kids who like aren't supposed to be in your class. The other stressful thing is that because they're 5 and they've never been in a classroom before, you basically have to herd them around. Like, and also, mind you, at my school, these kids don't speak English. I don't speak Spanish either. They speak Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. You'll end up with like 16 to 20 kids who don't speak English. Well, they don't all not speak English. I would say that like 14 out of like 18 of them won't speak English. They'll all speak Spanish. Also, welcome to the Puppy Parade, Crimson. And the most stressful thing about it is just the fact that they've wandered. They don't know what you're saying, and they've never been in school before. So you're trying to get them all in line. You're trying to get them all in the cafeteria and whatnot. And you can't do that. You can't see what's in the cafeteria. I mean, you can't get them all in the cafeteria because little Billy decides, "Whoa, what's that?" and he walks away. And now you're at the cafeteria doing a head count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we have 16 kids. Why are there only 14? And you find that 2 other kids are holding hands, just wandering down the hallways. Like, the amount of kids that escape at the beginning is so stressful. And then because they don't, and dismissal is the worst part because they've never been on the bus before. They've never done a car ride. They don't know where to go. So you'll have kids who like wander off or end up in like a different area. Like, lost children in the first week is very common, and it's not necessarily our fault, right? We have 18 kids and we don't get an assistant, so we have like you get a class of 18 kindergartners, kids you've never seen before, so you don't recognize their face. Like, I can't look at that kid and go, "Oh yeah, he was in my class," because this is my first time seeing him. There's 18 of them. Like, it's a struggle. Like, it's so bad. And like, you'll be like, "Okay, you're a bus rider, so you're gonna stay with us for the bus rider." And then as soon as the car riders leave, the kid would go with the car riders, and then like, "Lost child, I'm missing a child, lost child," and it turns out bro is just sitting in the bus rider. Yeah, we have lost children all the time. It happens throughout the school year too, where like you'll get kids that just get lost. But it's very frequent for kindergarten in the first week. Actually, all hands are on deck for kindergarten. Like, the whole school works together to support us that first week to make sure that the kindergartners don't wander off. So they don't get lost, they don't wander off, etc. But it's so stressful. It's so bad. I can see you with the sheep hook guiding them. Yeah, it's basically like that. Want to see what's in the box? Sure, I want to see what's in the box. Glad to hear. Glad to see you, Fox. How are you? I was talking about how stressful a kindergarten is in the beginning of the year, like teaching them. Cute model? You like my model? Oh, someone else mentioned my model. Watch this. Boom. Yeah. Every time someone mentions it like my model, I'm switching outfits. Yeah, I got 2 outfits. Yeah. As an older brother, that stuff that stuff just scares me to heck and bad. It's bad. It's really bad. It's really scary. And also being a teacher, you have this maternal sense, right? Like these kids are your kids basically, because you're with them for so long, and like you get to learn all the little personalities, and you're helping them. And since they're kindergarten, you have to help them socially and emotionally too. Like teach them how to talk to each other, teach them how to calm themselves down when they're angry or upset. Like you have to teach them like more than just like ABCs. You have to teach them how to exist around other kids. And you get attached to these kids. So it's like really scary when little Johnny goes missing because Johnny saw his friend in the hallway and decided to go say hi to them, and you turn around and Johnny's not in line. It's so stressful. Have you ever been angry at the kids because they were misbehaving or wasn't listening? Yes, actually. I would say that my first year was probably really bad. I wouldn't be surprised if my kids like hated me my first year, because it was my first year teaching. I was so stressed. You don't really have like, how do you work with like 18 kids at one time, right? So like my first year, it being my first time, I was stressed and like angry all the time. I was like a very angry teacher. Like if my kids came to me and said, you know, Miss Blue, I didn't like your kindergarten class, and they were in my first class, I would understand. Because it took me a while to realize, okay, these kids are just 5 years old. You know, they're not going to listen to everything I say. They're going to have a small attention span. They're going to wander off. But because I was an adult and I wasn't processing like the huge differences between me and these little 5-year-olds my first year, I was just always angry. Like, why can't they just sit still? Why can't they just walk in a line? Why won't little Billy stop yapping in the back of the... I was always angry. But over time, that first year, I really learned a lot about the kids' dynamics and about me as a person. So now I'm a lot more playful to teach. Like I have a lot more fun with them. I joke, I play. We play games all the time. I joke with them. I'm smiling. I'm singing songs with them. Now I have a lot of fun. But my first year, I was just angry all the time. I didn't know what to do. It was making me angry. And there was that one kid. There was the one kid I had this year. They gave me the worst kid in the school. Literally the worst kid. This kid was so bad that they had to hire someone outside of my school district as a one-on-one behavior support for him. They've never done that before. But they did it for this one little kid. We'll call this kid, if the other kid is called Johnny John, we're gonna call this one, what's a boy's name? We'll call him Benny Ben. We'll call this kid Benny Ben, bro. Benny Ben liked to do whatever Benny Ben wanted to do. If Benny Ben wanted to go outside the classroom, he would simply throw and knock over tables and throw chairs and destroy the room, because he knew that it would make them escort him out of the room. If Benny Ben did not like something you said, Benny Ben would smack you very hard. He would scratch at you. He beat up the counselor that one time. Benny Ben was not a happy child. Benny Ben also had kind of anger issues, low-key, but I digress. He made me angry a lot. However, I was fine with Benny Ben because over time, he listened to me but wouldn't listen to anyone else. But as long as he's listening to me, that's all that matters. Man, he would go in the other room and destroy the room every single day. He's only destroyed my classroom 3 times, which is a pretty good number for that kid. Like they had to move him from the previous teacher because the other teacher that he was in, she was pregnant and she couldn't handle like the stress of having this kid here, especially because this kid's violent and she was really scared that he would like end up hurting like the baby or something. So they had to take this kid, little 5-year-old, out of her room and put him in my room. Also because I have a more calming demeanor than the other teachers. I'm a lot more calm and laid back in my teaching style, and they thought that might be better for him since he like doesn't really handle well to like strict rules and whatnot. And he did fine in my room, but sometimes he would forget who I was and he would forget his place. And I simply would remind him very gently by not allowing him to do anything. Oh, you want to hit me? Like you hit the other teachers? Okay, now all day today, you want something? The answer's no. Yeah, he responded to that pretty well, honestly. That's why like he would attack the other teachers and like other students, but he, as soon as he would enter my classroom, he would be just fine, bro, because he knew that if he did even one thing, I would not let it go for the rest of the day, because that's how he had to be with him. Like, oh, because also that's just how I am in general. Like, if you're gonna hit somebody, no, you're not gonna do anything fun all day. I don't care if you come to the classroom and they're painting. Oh, you're going to destroy the paintings? Okay, now you're never going to paint for the next week. Oh, because he did that once. He destroyed the paintings and then like was like people's paintings, and I wouldn't let him paint because he hit somebody, and I wouldn't let him paint. So he destroyed people's paintings, and I said, okay, now it's no paint for the rest of the week. And then he got even more mad. Cyan's scary. I'm not scary. I'm just disciplining the kids in the best way that we can, since, I mean, you can't really do too much to discipline kids at a school other than to like, we can't technically, like, timeouts aren't even allowed technically. Like, you can't sit a kid out for recess. They're not allowed to be sat out for recess. I do it anyways though, but you're not allowed to sit a kid out for recess. Like, the only discipline you can really do is say, oh, if you want to paint, then you're not allowed to paint, or like if you want to color, then you're not going to color. So I would just do that the whole day. Yeah, I would do that the whole day. Okay, well, you did that? No. The rest of the day. The rest of the day. You hit me early morning? Damn, that's crazy. That's 8 whole hours of nothing. I'm doing nothing. When I was starting kindergarten, I barely knew how to speak. I'm on the spectrum. Yeah, this kid is also, he was very autistic. His autism really made him fixate on specific things, like Uno cards, for example. He started threatening people. He said he was violent. He would threaten people over Uno cards. And then if you confiscated the Uno cards, the mom would bring some more to school. And we kept telling her to stop bringing them to school because he would get so fixated on it that he wouldn't want to do anything else. And if you tried to, like, get him to do something else, he would beat you up. He would smack you. He would, like, attack, like, destroy the room. He'd hit other students. So we'd be like, please stop bringing the Uno cards so he could stop getting triggered. And if we confiscated a pack, she would just... the mom would buy a new one, and we asked her multiple times, please stop bringing this to school, he's getting really upset, and she would bring it to school anyways, and I would be like, girl, it's when the parents don't work with you that makes it harder, because like if the parent worked with us and didn't bring that to school, half of the problems that we had wouldn't have happened. It's just very fixated. God, Benny Ben kind of reminds me of a younger version of myself. It happens, but we grow out of it. However, this kid is becoming increasingly violent over the years. Over the course of the year, like, he wasn't violent towards me, but the things he was saying, he became very verbally aggressive, like describing plans and methods of how he wanted to, like, hurt people. So a case like his, unless he gets, like, the adequate, like, therapy and, like, behavioral therapy, like intense behavioral therapy and stuff, I don't see a good future for him. But, like, it's also like the mom is a big factor because she didn't really discipline him at all. She was kind of scared of him, and since she was scared of him, she just kind of let him do whatever he wanted. But I'm like, girl, he's 5. If you're scared of a 5-year-old and you're too scared to discipline him, can you imagine what it's going to be like when he's, like, big? Like, you have to nip these things in the bud when a kid is small, because they will grow. Like, yeah, he's a 5-year-old, he's small now, and he's, like, pretty harmless. But to be fearing a kid that's so harmless now, and you're just gonna let it, like, go, when he becomes older and gets into, like, high school age and he's huge, it's going to be a big problem. It's going to be a big problem if she don't do nothing about it. Am I crazy, or do you have a pattern on your eyes? I mean, I don't have a pattern. What is that noise? Oh, there's someone honking their horn outside, like, really loud. Going beep, 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 beep. I thought it was, like, music playing, like, outside my window or something. So what is that? I don't know about a pattern in my eyeballs. There's a pattern that I notice. What kind of pattern do you see? I didn't make the model, so I don't know. There ain't nothing scarier than an anime marching dog lecturing you. Speaking from experience. Yeah. I'm really good at lectures because I lecture my kindergartners all day. It's funny because my dad used to punish us by lecturing us. Like, if we did something we weren't supposed to do, he would lecture us for like an hour to 2 hours straight, because that was his punishment for us. Like, you're not going anywhere, you're going to listen to me tell you about life. And I kind of do that to my kindergartners. Like, some days I'm like, y'all are just being bad. We're not even going, guess what? We're actually ahead of our lesson schedule, so I can take the time today to yell at y'all. Whenever I get ahead of my schedules, like, you know, you get ahead of lessons sometimes, and you plan like fun events those days. She's like, okay, well, we're ahead, so we don't need to do much work. We can like play games and whatnot. Those are the days like if they act up. I'm like, okay, well, I have all the time in the world today because we've already taught all the lessons we need to do for right now. So we're just gonna have a talk for 50 minutes until it's time for our next subject. I see streaks from like the top like lines. Yeah, there's like little line streaks. Oh, I guess I never noticed that. You're right. You're right. There are like little line streaks coming down the top, aren't there? It's kind of cute. I like it. I really like how the artist does eyes. But an ad break will start in 15 seconds. During that time, it'll be a 3-minute ad break to get Twitch to not do any more ads. I will put the Be Right Back screen on. I will get some waters and maybe a snack. And I want you guys to do the same, okay? So, be right back. Go take care of yourself, get some water, go to the bathroom, get a snack, take care of anything you need to do. I'll see you back in 3 minutes, okay? 3 minutes! 3 minutes! you know the one. Red Bull gives you wings. You know the one, the Red Bull. It gives you the wing. That's what y'all talking about, right? Red Bull gives you wings. I haven't seen a Red Bull commercial in a million different years. You know, a flying doggo is not a bad concept, by the way. If I had wings, I would soar. I'd take over the world easy. Because I'd be flying everywhere. I'd be doing so good. I'd be doing so good for myself. Guys, last night, there was a big storm. And it was really scary. It wasn't a big storm. But like, I don't like lightning and thunder. Which, thunder is a crazy concept, y'all. Like, I find it bizarre that people just accept that. Like the concept of, you mean to tell me the sky literally like shoots out electricity from the clouds and it hits the ground and it hits people and it hits objects and it terrorizes everything, and we're all chill with that? Why are we okay with the concept of like thunderstorms? And then lightning shoots, the electricity shoots from the sky so quickly and so powerfully that it makes such a big boom noise. Like, and we're okay with that? And people look at me sideways when I say I'm scared of thunderstorms? Bro, they're crazy. They're kind of insane. Also, hi Dante. They're really, like, thunderstorms are like one of the craziest concepts in my opinion. Honestly, any like weather issue is like, you mean to tell me sometimes the sky just just starts making a circle of wind and it just kind of it just becomes a whirlwind of wind and it just picks things up and breaks things? Why are we scared of that, but we not scared of thunderstorms? Like, lightning is just as powerful and can be just as, maybe not just as, but it can also be destructive too. Like, you could get struck by lightning. It can strike water, and like all like the waters and stuff can like shock you if you were like just using the bathroom or washing your hands or in the shower during that time. Like, come on now. Why are we not afraid of this? Please. Why people look at me crazy when I say they're scary? DVDs are a crazy concept. They are. Like, how do you have this little circle of nothing and I just plug it into a thing and now I can see everything on it? It is insane. It is in nature to be scared of loud bangs. I just don't understand how like a lot of things function. Like, I know like technology progresses over time, but how do you even like figure out some of these stuff? Like, how do you stumble across like creating like radio waves and other stuff? Like, how do you stumble across like the concept of making remotes and like a phone that like can be seen by, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't understand that. Like, you know, if we ever like, if something ever, but like the average person doesn't know how to do those things either. So like, if something ever happened to like civilization as it is now, and we all had to like go back to like being in the wilds and like hunting and searching and stuff, a lot of us just wouldn't know what to do. And I feel like we wouldn't be able to recreate the technologies that we had now if like people just didn't know about this stuff. It's kind of crazy. Girl just had her eyes. Oh no, I was thinking about that like all morning. I thought about it, like last night when I couldn't sleep. I was just thinking about that. I even like have a TikTok already scripted out and recorded about the concept of how crazy lightning is. It's a crazy concept, bro. Like, the sky just shoots out electricity, and we're fine with that. We're just like, oh yeah, that's cool. Just and people be like, I like thunderstorms, huh? Why do you like that? You like lightning striking things down? Oh, my favorite. Would you survive in the wild? No, I would not survive in the wild. Actually, they're cozy. Yeah, it's so cozy that lightning shoots out the sky and strikes down things. It's so cozy that it can strike your water sources, and it can even strike your house and cause it to go on fire, and it could break your window. Oh man, it's so cozy. It's so cozy. It's so cozy. It's so cozy. I say that type of stuff to my friends and they think I'm crazy. No, it's a crazy concept. Why are we so good at that? I would absolutely survive in the wild. I've been training for the zombie apocalypse, bro. I would not survive in the wild. If I'd have to, if I was able to, I'd have to like Google stuff really quickly if like you were able to, but Google how to survive in the wild before my phone dies, you know? Get my last minute searches. How to survive in the wild. What to do without electricity. Don't be a baby. I'm always a baby. You can't change that. I'm a big baby. I'm an adult baby. I'm over the age of 18. Sorry, I have to say that because Twitch gets angry. Twitch gets angry. I can't help it though. It's so scary. Whenever like thunder gets really loud, I usually go and hide in a quiet room, like in a I usually go in a room without windows. That's more like inside the house, like the bathroom, for example. It's like in the center of the house, a place where you don't hear it as like strongly, or like the bedroom upstairs. One of the bedrooms is like a lot more quieter than the other ones are. But now that Kotaru is here, I just go seek out Kotaru when it storms. Does I want a cookie? I do want a cookie, actually. Yeah. That sounds like a fun time, actually. Bring me a cookie. I actually really love cookies. Every time I go to the store, the first thing I go do is go pick up a cookie. Like, it's just normal. Hailstorms is truly to worry about due to property. I live in a state where it doesn't hail like that. I mean, the most it has hail, just like really small ones that like doesn't do that much damage. It's kind of like little tiny sizes of like not even like pea size, like smaller than the size of a pea. So now I gotta get a cookie. Yes, thank you. Please go make me some cookies. Send you some cookies in the mail. Yeah, mail some cookies. Cookie mail. You know, there's like a wish list like website, but for like food deliveries and stuff. So like instead of having like a standard like Throne account where people can like order you like objects and stuff, there's one for like food where they can send you food instead. I remember like I had like a VTuber friend who used to get like a lot of food from that. And I think it's cool. I think it's a cute concept. It's a cute concept for people who like eat on stream though, you know? Like a mukbang assistance. I remember that. I don't have I never set something like that up. If I did, it would just have sweets on it. It would have like cookies and strawberry shortcakes and lemon and lime pies and apple pie. I can't have apple pies. They're really good, but apple pies will mess me up. Every time I eat one, I feel so sick. But they're so good. But I guess it makes sense. It's like caramelized sugar combined with like a bunch of apples. So I love food. I like sweet. I'm not a food. Well, I didn't used to be a food lover, but then I started dating Kotaru, and he has been introducing me to a lot of different foods and stuff, and he's been cooking a lot of good food. So now I've been eating a lot more. Or an allergy? No, I have acid reflux. I've had acid reflux since I was a small kid, actually. I've been dealing with acid reflux since I was in elementary school. I know it's something that usually like adults develop, but sometimes you can develop it early on. So I've literally had acid reflux since I was like 7. Seen doctors about it and whatnot. I actually recently got an endoscopy done where they like check your esophagus to make sure that you're okay. I had that done back in November, December. And let me tell you, getting knocked out through anesthesia, one of the best experiences of my life. I had the best sleep. The sleep was so good that when I woke up, I couldn't walk. And my dad had to help me walk. I don't know. It was really weird. Anesthesia is such a weird feeling. Because, like, once you wake up from it, at least the type I was given, it was, like, through an IV in my arm. Once I woke up, like, I was so... Like, I was alert enough to where, like, I understood. Like, they were giving me the run... Like, I just woke up. They just woke me up, and they were giving me the rundown of, like, my results of what they saw so far and, like, how they're going to, like, you know, send it off to, like, the lab and stuff. And I was, like, very, like... I was awake enough to, like, understand everything they said. Like, your brain is alert, but your body's still asleep. It's so weird. But it kind of felt kind of nice, low-key. And then I came home and I slept somewhere. I was literally the best sleep I ever had. But I had an endoscopy done a few months ago, just to make sure, because since I've had acid reflux my whole life, you know, acid reflux in small doses is not dangerous most of the time. But when you've had it for, like, more than 10 years, it's, like... a big problem. And they said it was fine despite like suffering for years and years and years on end with my throat burning, my chest burning. They were like, no, there was no damage at all. It was crazy. What is acid reflux? It's like there's two different it's acid reflux is like your body produces like too much acid. There's a few different reasons as to why someone has it. Is basically when like acid reflux, like it comes out of your tummy and makes its way up into like your chest and your esophagus area, and it burns your esophagus. The acid goes back up. It can be caused by a lot of different things. Some people have too much acid that their body like naturally produces, so then when you eat something else on top of that, it just kind of rises. Some people don't have enough acid in your tummy, so when you eat food, your body overcompensates for that. They're like, oh snap, like as soon as you eat something, your body's like, oh snap, there's not enough acid here, and then it produces a ton to like make up for that, and then that overflows. Some people have it because like there's like a, I forgot what it's called, LRS, LS, or something like that, LSR, LRS. There's something like there's like a relaxer thingy that connects your esophagus to your tummy, and some people with acid reflux, this little latch the latch is supposed to open every time you swallow, right? It's only supposed to open half a second. It opens when you swallow to let the food down. Some people, that little latch is too relaxed, so even when you're not swallowing, that thing will stay open. So like you lay down and the acid comes up, or like the acid just naturally starts going upward because it won't close properly. Some people is that you don't really know which the cause is unless you like do like extensive like testing, and who wants to do that? Who wants to do that? So I don't think it's worth it. If they said that I've had this thing for like my whole life and there's no damage, then who cares? Honestly, who cares? Like, yeah, it's really gross actually. Acid reflux is a gross concept, but it's painful and it prevents me from indulging like I want to. It's actually why I didn't eat much for years, but I actually learned that not eating a lot causes acid reflux, and eating a lot causes acid reflux. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. You gotta find a balance. Welcome to the puppy parade. Loops, loopy-loops. If I eat too much flaming hot Doritos, it happens, or you burp it up. Yeah, that's like me, but like literally all the time. Like I could literally eat like a piece of chicken and like you could burp it back up. It's really gross, but like that's just what happens. It's part of the reason why during the school year I actually won't stream as often. Well, I actually still don't stream that often, to be honest, but during the school year I would stream a lot less because I'm a teacher and I use my voice all the time. And then on top of that, I have acid reflux, so like it burns at my throat, so my throat never really gets a chance to heal. And then if I'm talking for 8 hours, projecting my voice, and then my throat is burning and it's not healing, and then I try to stream, like do the 3-hour talking stream on top of that, it becomes a problem. So sometimes I do sit out during the school year for certain durations, so I can just heal. Like it takes a while. And the difference between acid reflux, like a normal thing, because everyone experiences that at one point. Yes, everyone experiences heartburn. Acid reflux, everyone experiences acid reflux. Everyone experiences heartburn. But once you get it every day, it's called Jared. Also, welcome to the puppy parade. I call you Pot. Welcome to the puppy parade, Pot. Everyone experiences it time to time. When you experience it to an extreme degree, like you feel it all. Like you eat a piece of chicken and you experience it, or you like you're eating basic foods that shouldn't bother you. I eat an apple and I get acid reflux, you know? That's not supposed to happen. When normal people get acid reflux, it's because they did something they weren't supposed to. I'm talking, you ate something like super spicy that you weren't supposed to, that you knew was going to bother you. You ate like a ton of you indulged in like a ton of like lemon acidic cakes and whatnot. That's usually when normal people get it. If you have like Jared, which is like the official term of like having acid reflux all the time, that's when it's triggered from like minding your own business. I'll make a turkey sandwich and my body's like, like you eat every other meal you eat triggers it. That's what it's called, Jared. Sometimes, and also the intensity matters too. Sometimes it can be like super intense. I've never had it to where it was like, well, that's not true. I just learned to avoid the foods that triggered me like a ton, so you wanted to eat something nice too? No, literally. That's a big part of the reason why I'm so skinny. I've actually been underweight my whole life. I'm actually a healthy weight now for the first time in a long. I've only been a healthy weight for like 2 years max, like 1 year at college, and then now currently I'm healthy weight. But I've always been underweight because it's hard to eat when you have acid reflux all the time. Like I'll be like, I need to get my eating back in order, and I start eating like 3 meals a day, and I start feeling sick 3 times a day. Like it's bad. But I've learned that taking vitamins have actually helped lower my acid reflux, and also the magnesium. I mentioned earlier that I take magnesium and certain vitamins for acid reflux. I mean, for anxiety. The reason I picked those specific ones were also because they were supposed to also help acid reflux. So it was like it's a double whammy. And ever since I started taking my vitamins and taking my certain supplements I take, my acid reflux has been a lot more manageable. And honestly, I think the reason I experience it is not because my body hates me. It's because I hate my body. I just don't think I eat the healthy, right foods enough for my body to heal itself. I really just need to fix my diet. I think fixing my diet would probably solve my problem. But some people, it's not a diet issue. But for me, I'm like almost 100% certain it's a diet issue. Like I'm missing vitamins. I had to take a multivitamin just to get my vitamins. Can I try and make you mad? Making me mad is very hard to do. Unless you insult me on YouTube in my comment section, that made me mad. The last time I got mad, like content creation wise, was just like reading some of the comments on YouTube. But that's it. Doctor in gastroenterology would be the best bet. Based on what you said, it seems everyone can have different. Yeah, everyone can. That's why I actually did see a doctor when I got my endoscopy done. I did go to a gastroenterologist. And you know what's crazy? Acid reflux is a thing that usually affects old people. So I was in a room full of ancients, bro. I sat in the waiting room and all the people there were like 90. And I was like, man, I don't belong here. And then the staff people were like, oh, you're young. And I was like, man, I don't belong here. It was so bad. They were like 90. When I bend my knee and my arms, they randomly pop. I have a spot like that. If I like, oh dang. I was wondering if the microphone would pick it up. If I like bend my shoulder, like if I roll my shoulders back, my left side will like crack all the way. It'll go with every single shoulder roll. It's kind of crazy. Coach Haru hates it when I do that. Now you won't get scared of acid anymore because of the mad? Sure. Are you a fox or a cat? Maybe a dog cat? Oh my gosh. You know, I'm getting a model edit just for this reason. Just for this reason. There will be no confusions as to what I am. You're saying you're an old hag? No. No. I mean, I can understand why you see that. I do have white in my hair, but that's just because I'm a blue and white husky. That's part of the fur pattern. I'm not I mean, in dog years, I guess you could say I'm a fossil. I mean, in terms of dog years, I'm ancient, bro. I'm ancient. I'm in my 20s. Multiply that by 7, bro. I'm in my 100s. But since I'm part human, I don't age as bad as like actual dogs do. That's why I'm not like dead. And I'm in my 20s. I think poor eating habits can do. They do. So when not eat regular schedules and eat a lot of spicy food, they got heartburn now. Visuals in their early 20s. Well, I got heartburn when I started getting it when I was like 7. So I guess all of it was also part of it was like what my parents fed me, because they did give me like a lot of. I grew up eating a ton of snacks too. That's why I'm like such a sugar fiend, because my parents like constantly gave me like all these snacks and stuff. Diet definitely helps. Like, I can go for an acid reflux diet and have my acid reflux pretty much gone. But the acid reflux diet is so boring. Oh my god. You gotta eat like so many bland foods, because basic foods are usually the foods that have no flavor. Like a basic potato with like minimal seasoning. And like seasonings you need to have seasonings too that are also basic. Otherwise you kind of cancel it out, because seasoning your stuff with peppers, at least for me, that also triggers me. So like I'd have to have a diet of like baked potatoes and apples and salads, but the dressing matters for a salad. You can't use the Italian dressing like I like, because that's acidic. You need to have a base one like ranch, and you need to eat blueberries and strawberries, which I actually kind of like. And I like making Greek yogurt bowls. That's like the most acid reflux friendly thing I eat. It's just I don't like it. I don't like the acid reflux diet. I go on an acid reflux diet when my acid reflux gets out of hand, but until it gets to that point, I pretty much eat whatever and then suffer. It's really bad. It's so bad. But yes, eating habits definitely cause it. Why would argue that happened to me once? The amount of huskies I've seen in my town the past 2 weeks. I rarely see huskies. Rarely see. Those aren't that bad. You don't think so? That's just yucky, nasty. Is fine every now and then. Those things are like fine like sometimes, but like eating like exclusively like basic foods, it's just not fun for me. I like more acidic foods. Like all of the foods that I like are acidic. Even like my favorite fruits. Like I love oranges. That's really acidic. I like grapes. Those are pretty acidic too. Like even like my favorite fruits are like acidic. Like I just like acid despite having acid reflux. You look like an ice cream worker at McDonald's. I do! Wait, ice cream workers don't have a special outfit for McDonald's though. They're just the normal ice cream. They're just McDonald's. Beep 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 boop beep boop beep boop. Beep 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 boop beep boop boop. Beep boop beep boop beep boop. That's me. Beep boop beep boop beep boop. Beep 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 beep. That's me. When I'm not teaching and I'm not being a VTuber, you won't catch me being in the beep 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 boop beep boop beep boop room, you know? You love Dutch food? Oh really? It is bland. Oh. That reminds me of an ice cream truck worker. Yeah, me too. Look at it, isn't it cute? I'm actually asking my my model arts to edit my well, I showed it earlier, but I'll show it now since we have more people here. I'm trying to get things added to my designs. This concept right here. I like the bone hair clips and then the trumpet hair clip. I also like the concept of music notes that's like faded into the hair. It's like I have musical hair. That'd be so cool, yeah. Sure, like it blends in. It looks like part of the fur almost. Is what I had, and like maybe like the name Cyan and cut down the sash. But because it curves that way, I might just have it say Cyan at the top half and then leave it at that. This is a design concept. I'm also asking her to change the hat a little bit to make the hat go like straight up and stuff. I like this concept. Hopefully my artist does it justice and makes it look better than this. This is a concept that I made in Canva. Hopefully she actually blends the music notes and makes them look like a part of the hair type of thing. You know? I like this concept. I'm gonna be a music dog. Music dog! Music dog! Almost 4 hours later and pretty artwork. Thank you. Thank you. I like them sour. Twitch is copying my messages. Oh, I don't see any copied messages. Have you had to learn about the benefits of certain foods ever since diagnosed? Since like you are very aware, done some actually, technically I haven't been diagnosed because I don't want to go through the procedure to be diagnosed. Also, they just won't diagnose me because I'm young. It's one of those issues where they're like, yeah, you've been having this problem since you're a kid. It's probably that, but you're like in your 20s and we don't want to put that diagnosis on it. It was really weird. I was actually really irritated last time I went because I clearly have problems. They know it, but they don't take me seriously because I'm young. Like they're like, everyone gets heartburn sometimes. I'm like, no, it's like every day. And for like years it wasn't even manageable. It is now. But so technically I'm not diagnosed because they refuse to diagnose me because I'm young. You know how some doctors just won't take you seriously because you're younger? Like my doctor literally didn't believe me when I told her I had acid reflux every single day. Like it was a daily experience of mine for years, to the point where I'm like I don't weigh a lot because I just couldn't eat food, and it took me a while to figure out what I need to do that. But they wouldn't diagnose me. She was like, "You're young, sorry. You're young, sorry." So technically, despite having every sign and symptom, no, I'm technically not diagnosed with it. Cause they get on my nerves, bro. It took me ages. It took me like pushing and like crying against my doctor for her to even refer me to a gastroenterologist in the first place to get my esophagus checked out. Like she just wouldn't do it. She was like, "Oh, I have acid reflux too sometimes, so you're fine." And I was like, "Bro, yeah, you're young, tough it up. Yeah, you're young, tough it up. You just no. I know I'm a doctor, and my job is to just check on you and like give you the help you need. But no, not this time because you're young, and young people can't have doctors. No. Maybe the hat is a sandwich. You know, my hat acting as a Santa bucket is actually really funny because my upcoming like ASMR script that I'm going to probably read, probably my next ASMR video, probably be sometime like next week or the week after, actually involves us like going to the beach. It's point of view, like you go to the beach with Cyan, the anime dog girl. That'd be a really funny concept. Like I'm like, oh, we don't have a bucket. Guess I'll take off my marching band hat and I'll use that as a bucket. That's a funny concept, bro. I'm gonna add that in. She had them baby hands. That's crazy. Yeah, young people don't get sick, it seems. Yeah, it took me like 2 years of me bothering my doctor about it before she even like advised me to like to. She actually like referred me to a gastroenterologist. Like it took ages, way too long. Honestly, way too long. Oh, guys, did I tell you? I'm almost a homeowner. I mean, I'm technically renting the house out to my friend, renting the house from my parents until I choose to buy it. But I have free range of the home, so it's technically it's my little space. And I just bought a ton of decorations, and I'm so excited. We're making the house blue themed because blue is the only color that me and Kotaro can agree with. I mean, look at both of our designs. We're both blue beans. So last night, I went on a shopping spree on Amazon and I spent like over $200 on decorations. I bought flower pots, like blue flower pots, little like plants in them. I bought new curtains because my parents, when they were in this house, they made everything gray and it looks so. I hate the color gray in homes. I think the color gray in homes is a nothing color. It just washes everything out and everything looks so dull. So I'm gonna bring life into this home. So I bought. All the curtains in this house are gray. I bought curtains for every single window because I'm tired of looking at gray everywhere. My parents, it's funny because I went through like the pillows and stuff, like the decorative pillows. Tell me why my parents left like 30 different decorative pillows in here. Mind you, we only had 3 couches. So the fact that we had 30 pillows drives me insane. So I'm throwing them all away. I'm going to change the pillow coverings on the couches to make them like a light blue color. The curtains and other stuff is going to be navy blue. I bought a new mat for when you walk into the house. I bought new curtains. I bought like a table runner for one of the tables upstairs in like the kitchen area. I bought pillow covers and I bought like an art piece off of Amazon. I don't know what that's going to be like, but it's a really big like abstract like art thing that they had on Amazon. I thought it looked really cool. It's like this really pretty like blue and white tree and it matches all the colors that we have. So yeah, I brought blackout curtains for the room I'm currently in since like this is technically our gaming room. We literally have a disco ball hanging from the ceiling. Like we have a disco ball in this room. It's a gaming room. So we figured that we would want blackout curtains. Instead of buying like artworks for this room, since it's a gaming room, we decided like, I think like the like anime posters we've collected over the years, stuff like that would go up on this wall, in this room. So this is our game room, you know? We have like all the cool posters we get from anime conventions here, and I'm really excited. All the stuff should be coming. Like a majority of the stuff comes tomorrow, which is what's today? No, most of the stuff comes Thursday. I thought today was Wednesday for a second there. Everything comes Thursday, and I'm so excited. Y'all not gonna hear from me on Thursday, bro. I'm gonna be too busy decorating. I'm thinking about buying like a giant, like a massive rug too. Because the living room, the dining room, and the kitchen are like one giant open space. And there's barely a divider between. There's like no divider between those areas. It's just one giant open room. So to make some sort of division, I kind of want like a big carpet like under in the living room to like kind of separate it from the rest of the rooms almost. We used to have like big rugs and stuff when I was a kid in this house. I don't know what really happened to them. I don't know why my parents chose to remove them. I think they removed them because they were having trouble like keeping up with like vacuuming them and whatnot. They just didn't want to do that. So, but our vacuum's currently broken though. I should probably wait on I didn't buy the rug because I wasn't sure about it and Kotaro wasn't like too for it. So, but our vacuum's kind of broken, so I'll probably wait until we get like a different vacuum to do that. Okay, Thursday we strike. No, I'm not doing nothing on Thursday. It's almost been 4 hours. Yeah, it has been. I do need to go though. I didn't eat breakfast, so I'm like 4 hours into starving, and I'm really hungry. And I'm really hungry. I drink a smoothie, so like I was good to go for like the first like hour, but now I'm like the hunger's starting to bother me. I have an orange in front of me, but I haven't eaten it yet. Um, I'm probably gonna make I'm probably gonna make a Greek yogurt bowl since that's all I really have. I have stuff to make sandwiches and a Greek yogurt bowl, and I haven't decided which one I want yet. Yeah, I want cookies. I love cookies. I think I want a Guys, should I eat a sandwich or Greek yogurt? The sandwich will have turkey and maybe put pepperoni and or salami in it. Should I make a sandwich or should I eat? Or a Greek yogurt bowl would have Greek yogurt and I would put strawberries and I would put blueberries. And honestly, we got grapes, so I low-key might cut up some grapes and put it in there. I like how grapes taste. I even have an orange. I need to eat those oranges. I bought the oranges ages ago and I haven't been eating them. You think I should eat the Greek yogurt? The Greek yogurt, oh, I'm also gonna put granola in it. Because the Greek yogurt I buy doesn't have any added sugar. This is actually my acid reflux meal. A Greek yogurt is my go-to acid reflux meal, like when I haven't eaten too much acidic foods. Turkey sandwiches and Greek yogurt is the way to go. These are both very anti-acid. And my acid reflux is bothering me, so those are my two options right now. So I had cereal, but right now I probably need to go to the store soon. If Kotaru doesn't drag me to the store with him, I'll go on my own probably and ask him if he needs anything. Welcome to the puppy parade, Wyrina. Welcome, 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 welcome. I think that is like I think that's like I've had so many people follow me to during this stream. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna assume you guys like Yip Yap mornings. We will have yapping after bark soon, okay? Don't worry. But right now we're doing our Yip Yap mornings. I'll see you guys again. Probably when do I want to do my next stream? Today, what did I say I was gonna do? Oh, Thursday I'm gonna be decorating. I wanna make sure I'm ready, like available for the Amazon package to come on Thursday. Friday. I think Friday is my next stream day. I think Friday would be a good day to stream. Because Kotaru is it's not going to work from home on Friday either. So, I'm thinking Friday would be my next stream. Welcome back, Kylie! I saw your TikTok shit the other day. You finally caught live. Oh my god. I'm at the end of my live though. That's so unfortunate. I'm getting really close to ending. I've been here yapping for like 4 hours now. Almost 4 hours. It's so long. So long. Time zones happen. Oh, what time zone are you? Right now it's almost 3 p.m. It's about to be 3 p.m. I need to wash my hair. And as a black woman, washing my hair takes like all day. So as a black woman with natural hair, I will be washing my hair for such a long time. You're such a good girl. You're such a good girl. You know that? Yes, yeah. It's 10 p.m. Oh, nighttime. Dang, this isn't Yip Yap morning. This is Yip Yap night times. I forgot my time zone again. Panda, you're EST. You're with me. You're with me, okay? Or unless you're not. Are you? Is it 3 p.m.? No, I forgot. You picked a location last time when it came to time zone and it wasn't the right location for your time zone. No, you're 1 hour away from me. You're central, I believe. You should be central time zone. You should be central time zone. It's 2? Yeah, you're central time zone if it's 2 o'clock for you. Just came across, tried to explore VTuber streamers, show some love, and came upon you. LOL, your motto is so cute. I had to drop in and lurking, I guess you could say. Yeah! And I like it when you guys lurk and say hello. It makes my day. I love being a VTuber. It's very fun. And I like having people to talk to. And I like keeping my environment very positive. What could go wrong? She says. And then like something crazy happens like a month from now. Cyan exposed for I don't know. For saying something somebody didn't like. Then she got doxxed. Nah, I've doxxed myself multiple times on accident. If I got doxxed, it would be me doxing myself. I've accidentally. I've doxed my name multiple times on stream on accident. I've accidentally doxed my entire address to people in the DMs. Whoopsie! What can you do? Having four. See, that's another thing. I mentioned earlier that like I'm glad I didn't like blow up and that like it took me 4 years to get to this point in streaming, because I can't imagine if I were to accidentally dox myself. Like, 'cause I used to accidentally dox myself all the time. Like, when I first started, like the first 2 years, it happened frequently. It happens very, very rare now, very rare. But in the first 2 years, it happened like all the time, and it was really bad. I can't imagine if I had like an audience during that time and I kept accidentally revealing information. Now I know how to hide my information better. I know what not to do. I know that PayPal will literally give the person your entire address. If you don't click this one box that says address not needed, it defaults to having an address, like to giving people your address. It kind of sucks. But yeah, make sure if you're using PayPal, by the way, you always click address not applicable when doing literally anything with that, because it will default to giving people your address. Your full name can't really prevent that from giving people your name unless you have a business PayPal, which, long story short, there's a reason that you can't donate to me directly other than like Twitch bits and like stuff. It's because my PayPal got taken down like a year ago. Someone did the chargeback scheme with my PayPal, you know, where they donate like money. They kept donating $20, and by the time I banned them, like I figured out how to like stop them from sending me money on PayPal. They had already done it about 5 times, and of course, a few months later, chargeback, and then when I tried to dispute it from PayPal, they just blocked me from my own account, and I was really mad. So that's why I don't use PayPal anymore. They're not very friendly for people. They don't really protect the streamer at all when it comes to things. That's why like the best way to support me is like by either buying my merch or like subbing or like giving like bits through Twitch itself. I know that Twitch takes a large portion of it, and I know that merch takes a portion of it too, but I'll be darned if I get my PayPal account held hostage again. They literally on that PayPal account too were like, sorry, you cannot withdraw funds at all. And I was so angry. I have been to stream, but I got stuck in the story. It's an awesome tipping website if you want donations. Like Stream Elements goes through PayPal unless you have it set up to where you receive stuff from people's credit cards directly. But in order to do that, you have to give them your socials, like your social security number. Yeah, and I'm not giving a streaming site my social security number. What I look like? So that's why I don't have that set up. I'm not giving them my socials. They don't need to know that. But I am very picky with who gets that information, and a little donation tipping site is not one of them that I want to give it to. Yeah. That's why I haven't done it. Because you can have it. You can either have it connected to PayPal or directly to like a Stripe account, for example. Like Stripe is PayPal, but for like credit cards, like cards directly instead of like going through a third party. But I don't like that, because you have to give them you have to give them your social, and I don't like that. I don't like these random websites wanting that information from me. So I've been out of the country, and have been out of the country and back in my own since February, and they still charge me. That's crazy. A Japanese mobile service? I don't even speak enough Japanese to resolve it in a normal way. Blocked my credit card. That's crazy. Get that free Chick-fil-A food promo they handed out. Ooh, free Chick-fil-A. I can't have Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is one of my favorite food places, but they bother my acid reflux bad. I don't know what they put in them chicken sandwiches, but they taste so good. But anytime I eat a chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A, I will literally be bedridden. Like, I will feel so nauseous for like a few hours after eating it. I don't know why. It sucks. It sucks because they're my favorite place. I love Chick-fil-A so much. They make the best chicken sandwich, but Never been to America and never will go. That's valid. Me personally, if I wasn't currently living in America, I don't know if I would visit it either. I don't know, but it's all good. I'm here. I'm living. I'm thriving. Anyways, I do need to end stream. I'm hungry. This hungry dog needs some hungry food. Okay? So let's go find some hungry people to raid. Let's go find some hungry peeps for a hungry raid. How does that sound? Raid channel. Let's see. Following. Who's live? Okay. Do we have any Rainbow Meadows members live? No, we do not. No, we do not. So we're gonna raid our friend. Oh, hello and goodbye. Hi, Seventh. I'm sorry that you came at the end. Hello and goodbye. Yeah, don't forget to join the Discord, you little goobers. Join the Discord now. Join the Discord now. Now. Do it or else I will step on your toes. Yeah, Cyan is hungry. Cyan did not eat breakfast. Cyan is very hungry. Now. It's cool. You're cool, 7. You're the coolest. You know why? Because 7's a lucky number and you are 7. You are 7th. We have multiple raid options here. Which one will I go with? We will raid in Zilthi today. She's very cutesy and very wholesome. Except, I guess her stream today has, this content is intended for certain audiences. Oh well, she is wholesome though. But I was the coolest. Everyone's the coolest. Okay, guys. Like I say at the end of all of my streams, sayonara. And I really hope that you guys have a good day. I hope you guys have literally the bestest day on the planet. I hope your day is I hope you have the day you deserve. Meaning, I hope you have a great day because all of you guys deserve the best, okay? Goodbye, boys! Goodbye, boys!